'cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave.
Is C4. XZ.
For that wake call. So.
Hey, Judy. Not a whole lot going on this morning as far as people live, but I am going to pull up a few videos, just some lighthearted and some. Start with this one. A little bit of two of free to get us started here.
No, just get the dog or whatever.
I do not want you to film any of us. Oh, stop it right now.
Wow, lots of cool energy here in Bay Harbor, Miami or whatever. Let's go get some fire B-roll and meet the people and see if they're chill. They are. Some of them.
Hey, how are you? Bay Harbor Island? Bay Harbor.
Is Bay Harbor pretty chill?
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
Word. Yeah, it's a little island or whatever.
That's right. It's an island and it's really nice and it's quieter
Heck yeah.
than the rest of the other area.
Word. Yeah, it's a little sanctuary.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, and you got the palm trees in the background. I love it. Much love, you too. The bank people are chill. Heck yeah. Is Bay Harbor pretty chill?
I'm not local. I came here for tourists to visit.
Oh, you're a tourist like me?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah, word.
Yeah. I'm coming from Israel. I'm doing business over here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is Israel pretty chill?
Yeah. Shabbat shalom.
All right, much love. Is Bay Harbor pretty chill?
Yes.
Heck yeah, I love that. Much love.
I've been trying videos.
Yeah, Beck, yeah.
Why?
Oh, so we're checking out Bay Harbor.
Oh.
Yeah, is Bay Harbor pretty chill?
Yeah, amazing. This is the best area in Miami.
It's the best area in Miami?
Yes, sir.
Oh, word, Beck, yeah. It's like a chill little island.
You have to come to Kava and try our coffee. Best coffee in Miami. 5-star.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
How do you pronounce it?
Kava.
Kava?
Yeah.
Beck, yeah. Are you employed here or whatever?
Yeah, I'm the manager of the place.
Oh, you manage it?
Yes, sir.
Nice. You got some fire coffee or whatever?
You should try it. You
Beck, yeah.
wanna have coffee?
Oh, fudge, I can't have caffeine this late because it disrupts REM sleep.
Oh.
But I see all the ossifers in there and they're having the coffee and they know where the good coffee is.
Good luck.
Beck,
You're
yeah.
doing a nice job.
Yo, all right, much love.
Thank you.
See you around. Indeed, healthy body, bud. Okay, oh, we're doing a travel video. Okay, we're doing a travel video for Bay Harbor.
For Bay Harbor?
Heck yeah. Is Bay Harbor pretty chill?
Yes.
Word, heck yeah.
Bay Harbor.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Yeah.
Number one.
Hey, heck yeah. Bay Harbor UPS.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
UPS the best.
Heck yeah. Is Bay Harbor pretty chill?
Oh yeah, Bay Harbor is awesome.
Heck
One of
yeah.
the best places.
Word. So you guys just like to deliver all over the island?
Oh yes, we do both.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a chill little island.
Oh, it is.
Yo,
It's a really nice island.
what's that?
It's a really nice island.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, park up. Let's walk.
Oh, we're on route, man. We can.
I'm in route 2. Join my route now. Much love.
Nice out here. Very nice. Beautiful out here.
Yeah, it's like a chill little island.
Very chill. Where are you from?
From Tampa originally. Actually, I was born in Punta Gorda or whatever.
That's so cool. What do you do? YouTube and stuff like that?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Twitch and stuff like that?
No, sometimes I Twitch when I'm on YouTube, but I don't do Twitch or whatever.
Cool.
Excuse me? Hey, I was just letting you know, if I title this video, I met the cutest cop in Miami, I could make it go viral. Are you interested? Because I'm like a famous director or whatever. You could be like Hawk Tua. All right, much love.
From Argentina.
Heck yeah, you look kind of like me.
Yeah. Look alike, yeah.
Yo, we should walk around, and then if people don't want me to film, then I'll hand the camera to you, and I'll say it was you.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Bye.
All right, much love.
What are you doing today?
Doing a chill travel video.
Okay,
And
very nice.
We're meeting all the
Came to
chill
right
business
place.
owners.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, well, send me a link when it's done.
Word, how do I send it?
Send it to this card.
Heck yeah, I'm Asif.
Awesome.
Asif, yeah, ASIF.
Okay. All right.
So you're like a chill jeweler?
Very chill.
Oh, heck yeah.
Very chill. Yeah.
Yo, we love chill jewelers.
Yeah. And may I have your name?
Asif.
Full name.
Asif Khan.
Asif Khan.
Yep.
Excellent. What's the publication you're working with?
Oh, it's called Tuapri. Tuapri.
What does that stand for?
It's just Tuapri. TOOAPREE. And we got the chillest vids on YouTube.
APPREE. And you don't have a card or anything to show me who you are?
Oh, no, so you got your YouTube app?
I do, but I can't. You want me to pull it up now?
Oh,
I mean, if you're coming around and filming people, don't you think that would be appropriate?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it should be.
No.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
No, because then I might not capture the golden moment.
Yeah, but still, if somebody asks you, you can certainly offer it.
Offer what?
So right now, I don't even know where this video is going, so it's really not cool for me.
But I just
Thanks
told
anyway.
what I told you.
Telling me is not enough.
Well, that just turned 180.
I need, bro. This is a secure business.
Yeah.
So, if you would do the same thing,
What would I do?
you would question who's filming.
No, I'd say, what's up, yo?
Shots
No, you
fired.
wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, I would. Heck yeah.
All right, we'll turn the camera around.
For what?
So that you can do video. Turn it around so that you can do video.
No, I'm being video because I have it on me like this one or whatever. Heck yeah. I got this one going this way and I got this one going this way or whatever. So I'm doing like a chill travel video.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, I think it'd be a good idea to just have a little bit of form of ID, something that says who you are. That's just my opinion.
Oh, no, but then I can give the channel or whatever.
Sorry?
But then I can give the channel or whatever. But then I can give the channel.
You give the channel?
Yeah, I'll give the channel out.
Perfect. So give it to me on a piece of paper.
Oh, but then it's like waste. It's like trash or whatever. Okay, you want to walk down with me while I do the vid? Oh, come on. Oh, word. I think you're still kind of chill.
I am chill.
Heck
See
yeah.
you next time.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, great. We're getting the chill people out of the businesses.
Oh, yeah?
Heck yeah.
No. I'm.
Come on, you seem chill.
No. Thank you.
Oh, word. Much love.
Okay, see you, my friend.
All right, see you.
Woo!
You kept smiling. I love it.
What is it for?
Heck yeah, it's a chill travel video.
A travel video.
Yeah, you
Welcome
seem
to
chill.
Miami.
Heck yeah, Tuapri. Is Bay Harbor chill?
Yeah, it's the best.
Heck yeah, you seem official. What do you do? You're a boss.
I sell real estate. Come on, move down here.
Oh, word. Heck yeah.
All right?
You want to advertise the thing?
Yeah, Miami Broker. Instagram, @Miami Broker. Buy at The Well, Bay Harbor.
Wait, so it's the well, bayharbor.com?
The Well, it's the best spa in the country. Integrated living with The Well.
Oh, really?
He was in New York. but
WellBayHarbor.com.
Wait, so that's what you do?
He was
real
born in
estate
Florida.
for?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. My name's Asif.
Awesome.
Asif, ASIF.
Awesome. Nice to meet you. The ocean's right there. You can live right there.
Oh, heck yeah. That's the well? Oh, word. So that's the well?
Yeah.
And they go through you?
Hey, yeah, call me. 305-582 Miami.
Word, what's your name? You chill.
Paul.
Paul.
Yep.
Yo, Paul was my nickname when I was growing up, and I didn't want to tell the neighbors that it was me.
Bring it back, Paul.
Let's go, Paul. Let's go.
See ya.
Yes, sir.
You working for the city or for this?
Yo, oh no, it's the city.
Check it.
Okay, is it chill?
It's all right. It's only for the city because we've been having people,
Oh, doing what? Like,
people occasionally, paparazzi.
oh, paparazzi.
Hey, I'm sorry, I work with television. I don't want to be.
Oh, Becky, I'll put you on my version of TV or whatever. You seem chill. Heck yeah. It's Bay Harbor, and we got what seems like a chill guy here.
Oh, yeah. I work in this office right here.
Oh, Beck, yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day to be out. Where are you visiting from?
Oh, from all over or whatever. Oh my gosh, I love him.
Hey, don't film, please.
No, just get the dog or whatever.
I do not want you to film any of us.
Oh,
Stop it.
I thought you
right now.
I thought you were gigging TV.
No. Get away.
I get more views than you or whatever. So, like, that's the car of the officer or whatever, and he's right next to me or whatever, and it seems like he might be pretty chill or whatever. I think she really is trying to go viral or whatever. No! She's so chill. I guess she really wasn't trying to go viral or whatever, but at least she waved or whatever. Oh, that makes sense.
No.
Wow. There's only one. That was short. I didn't really get to hear her screaming.
Toe's Law. Here's Steve Lato.
I got a story here sent to me by almost everybody, including the Institute for Justice themselves who sent it to me. But a lot of my viewers are on their mailing list and got this as well. This is a press release, and they are now asking the Supreme Court, on behalf of one of their clients, to overturn Kilo. It's a case that the Supreme Court ruled in a while back. It is one of the worst decisions by the U.S. Supreme Court, one of the worst. So J. Justin Wilson, I believe, is the one who drafted this. I met him. He's a very, very nice guy. Very, very good attorney, too. Today, the day of the press release, a couple days ago, the Institute for Justice asked the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn one of its most reviled decisions in recent decades, Kilo versus New London. And I'm sure they didn't refer to it as a reviled decision in the actual petition, but that's how they describe it in the press release. In Kilo, in 2005, the court ruled against homeowners trying to protect their neighborhood from being bulldozed to make way for a private development. In doing so, the court allowed eminent domain to be used for private gain.
Yes, she did.
Now the IJ's partnered with a landowner, asked the court to take up a similar case in New York, where a government agency seized a piece of land to provide private parking for a nearby private office building. IJ Deputy Litigation Director Bob McNamara says, the Constitution says the power of eminent domain is limited to public use. But somehow in New York, public use turns out to mean giving it to a private owner we like better than you. The reaction against Kilo was intense, you may recall, sparking 47 states to amend their constitutions and pass laws preventing eminent domain from being used for private development. New York was among the handful of states that chose not to do that. Wouldn't you know it? So Utica recently built a new centrally located hospital. Across the street, the CNY Cardiology Group put up a new building for itself and to rent office space. A man and his business partner heard that other doctors wanted an alternative to the cardiology building and their high rental rates. So this company here purchased a lot right next door. Now, some cardiologists were not pleased to have competition cutting into their profits. They asked the County Industrial Development Agency to use eminent domain to seize that property next door so they could use it for a parking lot. And the Industrial Development Agency obliged, claiming that the parking lot would create improved job opportunities, even though there are multiple service parking lots and a parking garage with an easy walking distance. So the man says taking our property wasn't for the public, it was to benefit our competitors. New York's abusive use of eminent domain should not stand under the U.S. Constitution. We hope that the Supreme Court rights a historic wrong and affirms that the government can't take private property simply to benefit another private party. The power of eminent domain is found in the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, that pesky little thing called the Bill of Rights, which requires that property can only be taken for public use and with just compensation. And I'm joking about it being pesky because it often seems that when courts want to ignore it, they do. And Kelo, as noted, is not just one of the most reviled decisions. It just doesn't make any sense. Because keep in mind that the Fifth Amendment says they can take stuff for a public use and pay just compensation. And if they can take it for a private use, then once again, what's the word public doing in there? Words have meanings, especially when written into constitutional amendments and the Constitution itself. So in Kelo, which was a 5-4 ruling, held that creating jobs and increasing tax revenue was a public use. The dissent countered that this broad definition made the power of eminent domain practically unlimited. Justice O'Connor wrote for the minority that the government now has license to transfer property from those with fewer resources to those with more. And that, of course, is what's happening here. So the planned development of the Fort Trumbull neighborhood that led to the Kelo case ultimately fell through. And by the way, don't forget, and if you haven't seen the movie Little Pink House, go check it out. But in the end, the purpose for taking the houses fell through. They said, we want to take your house, level it so somebody else can build a factory here. And in the end, no factory ever got built there. They just took the houses, in essence, for no reason. So today, the neighborhood where Kelo's Little Pink House once stood remains mostly vacant, with a pricey community center under construction, which, by the way, will pay no taxes, which was the original justification for the takings. They said, we're going to put this plant here. It's going to provide jobs, but pay taxes. And they're going to pay a lot in taxes. That tax money will be a public good, except that the rec center or community center won't do that. So it also apparently took the city offering millions of dollars in tax incentives to lure a private developer. In the 20 years since Kelo, everyone from the person on the street to legislators to highly respected judges have said it was wrong the day it was decided. It's IJ President and General Counsel Scott Bullock. He argued Kelo at the Supreme Court. It is high time for the Supreme Court itself to join that chorus, remove this blot on its jurisprudence, and restore constitutional guardrails to the use of eminent domain. Well, this marks the first time IJ has asked the Supreme Court to overrule Kelo directly. It has continued to defend property owners from eminent domain abuse where it arises. Currently, IJ is defending small business owners in Missouri from blight designations that would allow their city to take property and give it to private developers. In Mississippi, IJ is defending homeowners from blight designations done in secret and that cannot be challenged under state law. And in Georgia, IJ is trying to stop a private railroad from taking homes that have been in some families for generations. And so getting back to the blight designations done in secret that cannot be challenged under state law, by definition, that would be a lack of due process. Due process says that at the very minimum, you've got the right to be notified of the charges against you, and you need to have the opportunity to answer them. And so it's done in secret and cannot be challenged, by definition, violation of due process. I mean, that's as straightforward as it can get. But remember, the power of eminent domain is found in the Fifth Amendment, and it says that the property can only be taken for public use and with just compensation. So imagine that they want to put a road from point A to point.
Well, also, they were trying to, in that 1,600 page bill that they were trying to get passed, the appropriations bill, they're trying to pay for a new football stadium for Washington. It was jammed in there as well. Almost $4 billion.
B, and the road's going to benefit everybody in the area, and they got to remove some homes that are in the way. That was the most common one you'd hear about back in the old days. They say, well, sorry, we're putting a road through here. They buy your property from you, just compensation, and they put the road through. The road gets used by everybody. It's put in and maintained, by a municipality or the state. But the point is that it's not a private company that goes, oh, we want to make money. We can make more money with this property than they can. Give it to us. That doesn't make any sense. And the other thing to remember is that quite often people go to the U.S. Supreme Court and they get a ruling against them and they walk out and go, that's horrible that happened, but we lost. When Kilo was decided, so many people were outraged by the result that 47 states amended their constitutions to keep it from happening. 47 states. I'm not aware of any other thing where a Supreme Court ruling was so reviled that 47 states rewrote their constitutions and said, in essence, even though the Supreme Court says it's okay, we're going to say it's against our Constitution to do that. That was huge. That was huge. And also remember, it was a 5-4 decision. And that's the thing that I think many people, when they stop to think about the gravity of that, they understand what a close call that is. 5-4 literally means one justice changing their mind would flip the case around. And so in Kilo, when we say the Supreme Court said something was the case, well, a very, very slim majority said that. And all it took was one justice to change sides, and suddenly the case goes the other direction. So generally speaking, the Supreme Court does not have a long history of reversing itself. The Supreme Court likes to pretend that their judgments are almost like handed down to them, and then all they do is deliver them, and these are carved in stone. But once in a while, the Supreme Court will reverse itself. But quite often, Plessy versus Ferguson, for example, quite often it takes a long time for them to say, okay, this, and then a generation or two later, this. And so now we're talking literally just 20 years ago. And in the time frames that we're talking about with the Supreme Court, that's not a lot of time. But as noted, it is one of the most reviled decisions of the Supreme Court. And I hope they reverse it. And I'd be pleasantly surprised if they did, and I hope they do. So I have to mention, as I always do whenever I talk about the Institute for Justice, is they are nonprofit supported entirely by the generosity of people who support them. A lot of them are members of my audience. A lot of people in my audience support them. I do too. And I recommend that you check them out. They specialize in constitutional law issues that usually it's very, very hard to get representation on, because quite often it's a very, very complicated and long process to get to the courts that are going to straighten it out for you. And so here, they got to go to the U.S. Supreme Court. That's an expensive endeavor. I've done videos about how much it costs to get a case to the U.S. Supreme Court and actually win it, and it costs a lot of money. So the IJ does that. Please check them out. I'll put a link to them in the description below the video. And even if you can't support them financially, support them morally, meaning bookmark their page, sign up for the newsletter, and just simply watch what they do. They're a great organization. I love what they do. I think you will also. So please check that out. But the latest project from them is they've just filed a petition asking the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn Kilo and its horrible eminent domain decision. I got that directly from the IJ. Questions or comments, put them below. Let's talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Leto's Law. Today is the sort of day where the sun only comes up to humiliate you.
Yeah. Tomorrow will be the shortest day. Tomorrow's the solstice. This is a good one.
Officer Freddy Krueger was just fired.
She was recording police officers in the course of her duty.
How do you know if they paid or not? How do you guys know if they paid or not? Oh, they're going to ignore me too. Help, rape, fire, 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 fire. That's great community relations too. How do you know if they paid or not, ladies? Hey, ladies. Hey, ladies. Hey, ladies. Hey, Kruger. No, I'm not going to before. There's no nothing.
You can go to the other side of the street. You're going to get arrested. I'm not warning you again.
What are you talking about?
Go to the other side of the street right
Why?
now.
Wait, tell me why first.
We're doing an
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not under. Okay,
Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
Welcome, truth seekers. I am Leroy Truth of Leroy Truth Investigations.
I am Leroy Truth from Leroy Truth Investigations because the truth matters. I am Leroy Truth.
Giant news, big news, breaking news. CFW, Carolina and Fort Worth. The police officer, the person, the psycho, violent cop who violently ASSAU, Carolina, when she was doing nothing more than holding her camera and exercising her constitutional rights by observing police, documenting that when she was violently knocked out, almost unalived. That cop, Officer Freddy Krueger, was just fired. It took them 4 months to say, yes, he used excessive force. You think? It wouldn't have taken you or I 4 months. It would have taken watching the video once, maybe a few more times, just to see everything that he did criminal against Carolina. Well, let's take a look at this. This is from the NBC DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth NBC website here. And we have Fort Worth officer fired over use of force in woman's cop watch video arrest. The story is skewed, of course, because it's mainstream media, and they do not want to tell the full truth, as you'll see here. Fort Worth police fired an officer Wednesday after an investigation into a complaint about the use of force. The department said, here, let's make this bigger for you here. I want you to be able to see this clearly. The department said Chief Neil Noakes terminated Officer Matthew Krueger, a.k.a. Freddy Krueger, after they said the level of force used to arrest a woman last summer was unjustified and violated departmental policy. Well, how about it violated human decency? Carolina is one of the sweetest women you will ever meet in your life. I've talked to her numerous times, and she wouldn't hurt a fly. Where are the criminal charges in this case? And if I'm missing something, I'm just doing this now. And if any updates have happened, please let me know. And if he was criminally charged, I'll do an update. But if it wasn't, I mean, major problem. If you or I did this to anyone, we would have been arrested immediately, huge bail, and would have been indicted like this. Rightfully so. But police somehow, they don't get indicted. Most of the time, they get fired. Free pass for violence. Not right. It's got to be the same for all of us. Now, Krueger was among a group of officers responding to a hit-and-run call on Folk Street at about 3:30 a.m. on June 23rd, where police said someone crashed into a vehicle and building before running away on foot. As police investigated the crash, they said the officers were approached by Carolyn Rodriguez, a woman who, she said, regularly films cop watch videos in the district. And all it is, she doesn't interfere. She's observing, and she's going to ask questions, of course. She never physically interferes. And it says in the video, the woman and officer referred to each other by name. So, of course, they did know each other. Police said Krueger, a.k.a. Freddy Krueger, asked the woman to move across the street multiple times. And then when she didn't do so, he used force to arrest her. Let's use more accurate language. Profound violence to knock her out. Didn't just use force. He used possible deadly force. What did she do? It's called a personality violation. Cop had to assert dominance. Instead of just do your business. She'll document your body camera's on, her camera's on. But he had to exert physical dominance and ended up almost unaliving her. Sick. The police department shared the officer's body camera video, which included audio. In that audio, an officer exited his police SUV and said, "Caroline, we're busy. Go to the other side of the street." She responded, "No, I'm not going to." She doesn't have to. As long as she's not literally physically interfering with him. And I saw the video. I covered this video back in June. He had no authorization over her. Not her daddy. And even if her daddy told her, she's a grown woman. The officer told her to go to the other side of the street or get arrested, and that he wouldn't warn her again. Personality violation. She committed no crime. The woman replied, Carolina replied, "What are you talking about?" He again told her to go to the other side of the street, and she responded, "Why? Wait, tell me why first." The officer had enough. His ego was fatally violated. And the officer then told the woman she was under arrest and told her to put her hand and her arm behind her back and turn around. The woman could be heard saying, "No, no, no." Okay. As the officer puts her arm behind her back and she falls to the ground. Whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm going to show some of the video in here. This platform, YouTube, they made your shadow BANNED. My last video when I showed everything, so I'll show a little bit of it here. She didn't just fall to the ground. He slammed her on her freaking face. A few moments later, as the officer told the woman to stop resisting, snoring was heard. It's called agonal breathing. It's when you're just about dead or you're dying, and it's the body's automated systemic response. And it was disturbing sound. And one of the female officers said the woman was bleeding. Yeah, from her freaking skull.
All he got was
the arrest ended up putting Rodriguez in the hospital.
No charges yet.
She almost was unalived. During an interview, she told NBC5 that her eye socket and cheeks were bruised, black, and yellow, and you see the picture here, and that she suffered a concussion in the arrest. That can have long-standing, lifelong effects. She said she needed stitches on her lip and that her elbow and shoulder were knocked out of joint. I mean, this is messed up. She said she felt sore in her neck, arm, and back. And this is a beautiful woman. Look what they did to her. Look what he did to her. Freddy Krueger. Matthew Freddy Krueger. After she received medical care, Rodriguez was booked into jail and charged with interference with public duties, resisting arrest and or detention, evading arrest, and making a false alarm or report. Where were the good police officers or the good supervisors saying, "I saw the video. She did nothing wrong. Yeah, maybe she bruised your ego a little bit. Maybe she was a little annoying." Guess what? There is no crime for simple, if you find her a little bit annoying. I'm just going to the extreme. If that's the worst he has. I didn't find her annoying. She's talking with him. And he could have just ignored her, gone about his job. Fort Worth police opened 2 investigations into the incident, and Matthew Freddy Krueger was transferred to from patrol to a unit without public interaction, but still getting paid this whole time. After a thorough interview of the Internal Affairs Investigation, Officer Matthew Freddy Krueger's chain of command determined that the level of force used was unjustified and violated department policy. That really kind of makes it so much lighter than it seems. It was possible, MANSLUGHTER. I'm spelling that right. I'm saying that because of this platform. They have certain keywords that then they won't show this video. Police said Krueger had been with the department for about 8 years and was assigned to the Patrol Bureau at the time of the incident. The Fort Worth Police Department is committed to excellence, with officers dedicated to serving our community with integrity every day.
It's obvious.
Liars, liars, pants on fire. That person wasn't trained right, or they were a psychopath, or both. And I can just about guarantee you, and I believe there were some other incidents in the past that he was accused of. So this is not a surprise. You gotta take out psychos, and you have to create a police culture that respects rights and respects people like Carolina and the work she does. Not cracks her skull open. Now, what is a First Amendment audit or cop watch video? Let's see what NBC News says. First Amendment audits are when people exercise their right to record video in public places while also trying to solicit responses from officials. Stop that. See, this is the skewed garbage, lamestream, lying media. Part 1, true. First Amendment audits are when people exercise their right to record video in public places. Period. And could be doing a stress test to make sure public officials and police are honoring and respecting and protecting our constitutional rights. Period. Not while also trying to solicit responses from officials. That's on them. If someone has a camera and they're recording. Best thing, you're on camera, be friendly. You're an ambassador for your department, police officers, like the Union City police officers, like this Edison police officer I just highlighted who defied unlawful, unconstitutional orders from the president of a board of education in Edison, New Jersey. Be friendly to someone with a camera or ignore it. We are, myself, anyone who does First Amendment activism is not looking to get a response or reaction. That's on them. If they choose to interfere with us, we're recording, they say, you can't put me on camera.
No shit, Jody.
Why go up to a person with a camera and say, don't video record me? You've seen it thousands of times with your various channels. The people come up to us, you can't put me on recording or stop recording me. I wasn't even paying attention to you until you got right in front of me. So, of course, I'm going to record you now. So, NBC media here, lamestream, I will call them, they are totally skewed, supporting violence. They're in a not-so-subtle way, saying that Carolina deserved it. CFW, Carolina, and Fort Worth deserved it. That's what they're saying there. Now, sometimes the videos appear provocative to test whether a public official violates a person's constitutional rights. Personally, my personal perspective, just go and record. People, if they're smart and they understand our constitutional rights, won't say anything stupid or interact with you in a negative way. If they do, it's on them. Now, video of this type of interaction has become popular on social media where they can amass millions of views. And the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, and again, this is, of course, Carolina right behind me here, right before she was knocked down. If people choose to be idiots or have ego violations, that's on them. If police choose to do that, it's so simple. Just be friendly. And not just because the camera's around, but ideally you're being friendly and going to honor and respect and support every American's constitutional rights. All of them, not just the first. So, Carolina, I'm so proud of you that you never give up. You're always professional. I find you kind and warm, and you're a sweetheart. And, of course, you didn't deserve what he did to you. And I hope your lawsuit is a huge win for you, though, unfortunately, the taxpayers have to pay it. And it's what it is when the police officers start paying it. And their pension, it comes out of their pension. That's when things will change. I'm Leroy Truth. God bless you all. Please follow Carolina's page, her YouTube channel, CFW Carolina in Fort Worth. Please subscribe to Leroy Truth, Leroy Truth Investigations. God bless you. And remember, alone we fall, united we stand, and we'll be successful. And as Martin Luther King said, the problem is not that we are outnumbered. The problem is that we have been out-organized. When we are organizing peacefully to take back our government, to make America free again, and hold the police officers who do the wrong thing and the public officials and the mayors like corrupt Mayor Brian Stack of Union City, New Jersey, accountable to the full extent of the law. Thanks very much.
All right. Yes, they are dirty. Yes, they are. Ain't no mercy. All right. We got one more, kind of a funny one, and then I'm going to play President H&L's part 2 to where his security guard assaulted him.
What has transpired these past couple of days and really the past week with Tennessee fans and Ohio State fans is something I didn't think was going to happen in a million years. This is a message to Ohio State fans. Me personally, and this is just me, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect. Girls and boys, gentlemen and ladies, we're trying to hit, blocking it, 355,000 subscribers before Christmas. So act like I gave you some corny and inspirational speech on why you should subscribe to our channel. Let's get back into a video. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Tuesday. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, we got to talk about Tennessee, the Volunteers, Shandaragi Top, and the little bro, Ohio State. And we're getting straight into this video because on the previous video, I was addressing a situation that involves the channel, and there's still people in the comment section say, yeah, Matt just yapped into the 4-minute mark, just skip ahead. And it pisses me off because I was trying to explain something to you guys, you know, give you some perspective and context behind the scenes, but no, none of you care. It's just like, yeah, skip ahead to the 4-minute mark. Matt's doing some bullcrap yapping again. I'm not even going to try to get too riled up over that, even though I low-key am. Whatever. That's all I got to say. Whatever. Let's just get into the football stuff. And we're not going to be doing no intro, none of that, because of, well, you know why, what I just talked about. The past few days, I've been following a situation very closely, and although I haven't talked about it, I've been watching it develop. And it involves, like I just told you, the Tennessee Volunteers, shout out to Vol Nation, and Little Bro State. No introduction needed. You know Little Bro State. Disappointing season yet again. Shout out to Ryan Day, the biggest fraud in the game. That's their head coach. And then you got Tennessee. Not just these teams, but the fan bases of these teams are on two different sides of the planet. One fan base is ecstatic. They sucked for 15 years straight, and now they're back at the top of college football. They're making the playoffs. On the flip side, you got Ohio State fans who are just fed up with all this BS, and they're tired of being let down time after time after time again. They can't win a big game. For my people that are not from the South, I'm going to enlighten you on something. I grew up around Tennessee fans my entire life. They are a different breed. If I were to give an award out to the most passionate fan base in the nation, it goes to Tennessee, and I don't even got to think twice about it. And I'm not just talking about college football. I'm talking about all their sports. They have a great showing for other basketball games as well. But getting back on track here, their fan base is insane, but I mean that in a good way. Can they be a little, some would label as toxic at times? Sure, but that's every fan base. I always say this. You got good apples and you got bad apples. Overall, for me, I think very highly of the Tennessee fan base. I respect them, and I like the passion they bring to the sport. I think it's great. But one thing I want you to know about Tennessee fans, if you don't listen to a single other part of this video, please listen to this part, is they don't only talk the talk, they also walk the walk. If they tell you they're going to show up and do some crazy stuff, well, you better believe they're going to show up and do some crazy stuff. I share all that with you just so you have some context and perspective, and it also leads me into my next point perfectly. What has transpired these past couple of days and really the past week with Tennessee fans and Ohio State fans is something I didn't think was going to happen in a million years. We have Tennessee football fans quite literally bullying Ohio State fans. This is what's going on. Let me give you an example. Have you ever seen those high school movies where the jock, he's beating up a nerd, and the nerd's sitting on the ground, got his arms over his head, curled up into a ball, and everybody's like, quit hitting him, and the jock continues to hit him? That's what's happening with Tennessee and Ohio State. Tennessee is the bully, and they are continuing to kick Ohio State and say, get up, I ain't done with you. Why aren't you fighting back? Come on, man, fight back. That's what they're doing. I'm not going to show you all the tweets and whatnot, but if you've been on Twitter, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I do have one post I want to show you in particular. Oh, I got to find it. Oh, here it is. Tennessee fans are actually disappointed in Ohio State. This is one of their fans tweeted out a picture of a guy poking Ohio State with a stick saying, come on, do something. The caption states, NC State talks better trash. So you see what I'm saying? Tennessee wants to trash talk before the game, but they can't even do it because Ohio State's not retaliating. I've seen some Ohio State fans say, oh, well, we ain't worried about Tennessee. They're not worth our time, and et cetera, which may be true to a certain extent and degree, but I just found it pretty comical and funny. It doesn't end there, though, and that's just the beginning of all this. So apparently Tennessee is doing what they're labeling as a quote-unquote Vol takeover at Ohio State's home stadium. What is a Vol takeover, you may ask? Great question, my friend. I'll let her answer it. Long story short, Tennessee fans are buying all the tickets. According to SeatGeek, and I'm going to show you these official numbers, 42% of tickets resold on the platform have gone to Tennessee residents. Only 23% have gone to Ohioans. Is that how you say that? Is that even a word? Ohioans. I think I said that correctly, but yeah, you get the point. 42% to Tennessee fans and 23% to Ohio State fans. Interesting. Very interesting stuff if you got to ask me. And people, and when I say people, Tennessee fans are still continuing to encourage Tennessee fans to buy all the tickets. Ball Nation, invade the shoe. Many Tennessee fans have already done their due diligence and purchased tickets to the playoff game against Ohio State. We need to keep our foot on the pedal and turn Columbus orange on December 21st. Whew. Could y'all imagine that? Turn it on your TV whenever that playoff game's going on, and you just see Ohio State's home stadium halfway filled up with orange jerseys and T-shirts. That'd be crazy. Tennessee fans are really pushing other Tennessee fans and really everybody to buy these tickets and go to the game because they're trying to take this stadium over. And it is worth mentioning, I do got though in there because some people may be asking, and it's a very good question. Well, Matt, Why aren't Ohio State fans buying these tickets? Why are they allowing Tennessee fans to buy them? From everything I've heard, the Ohio State fan base is out on Ryan Day. They're tired of them, so they're done supporting them. Therefore, they're not going to show up to the games. You still got your diehard Ohio State fans, but that is a large reason as to why Tennessee fans are able to buy up all these tickets. For example, this tweet says right here, if you're within this radius, you better get your butt in that stadium Saturday. I'm going to tell you this much right now. I don't know if I've said this in a video since the playoff match has been announced. I'm a Tennessee fan. I'm hopping on the bandwagon. Y'all know this. This isn't brand new knowledge or information. I love watching Ryan Day and Little Bro State lose. It's one of my favorite hobbies. So this Saturday when that game's going on, I'm a volunteer fan. I think many other people are as well, because who wants to see Ohio State win? And plus, too, Tennessee's part of the SEC. You know I go for all my SEC teams. That's a given. Look at this. So somebody, a part of the Tennessee fan base, went into the Wikipedia and changed Ohio Stadium to...
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Lock it back. Neyland North. Bro, if Tennessee wins, are we really finna call that Neyland North Stadium?
Yeah.
It's got a good ring to it, low key.
8
This is
p.m.
a message to Ohio State fans. Me personally, and this is just me, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect. You do you, my brother, but I can only speak for myself. Here's where things get even more interesting. There is a wide notion going around that if Tennessee wins, they're going to be planting that flag at the middle of the field. And, oh, gosh. Could you imagine the controversy that's going to stir up? This guy wound up posting a video on TikTok. I've showed it to you guys before, but I'll show it to you again. And it's really stirred up that talking conversation. So, Matt, roll a clip.
Tell me what we're doing today. We're out here at Ohio State University at the notorious shoe. Coach Heupel called me today and asked me to come out here and check the roots and everything, make sure we wouldn't do too much damage when we ripped the field goal post out, and make sure the river was deep enough so when we threw them in the river, no more damage would be done. He told me also that he was intermittently pepper spraying the players for when we inevitably plant that power T flag right in the middle of the field. But everything's going good today. Looks like the stadium busted out some windows, probably from the Michigan loss. You know, pretty embarrassing. But anyway, it's a great day to be at Tennessee ball. I'll tell you that.
Go Vols! Well, on top of that, let's take a look at this Twitter post. I've seen Tennessee play in stadiums across this country for a long time, and I can guarantee you this. If Tennessee wins at Ohio State, Javonte Spraggins, I believe that's how you say his name, is planting a flag in the ground even if it gets him cuffed. He weighs 340. He's from East St. Louis. He ain't scared. When I tell you that would make my year, I don't know if that does any justice. If Tennessee beats Ohio State and plants the flag in the middle of the field, dude, you want to talk about legendary. That's beyond that. And some people have been saying that's classless. I don't care. I think it'd be hilarious. Look at this. Ohio State fans worried about the Vols planting a flag. Me and the boys noticing how close the goalpost is to the river. I'm just picturing Jack Sawyer ripping Tennessee fans off the goalpost one by one, screaming, "They're not taking the goalpost. They ain't doing it." I hope they plant the flag. But getting back on track here to the whole focal point of this video, I can't believe Ohio State fans are just taking all this. There's no resistance, no fight back, and I just haven't seen that before out of a fan base this large. And I don't even want to see an Ohio State fan in the comments talking about, "Oh yeah, we're too good for that. Tennessee's beneath us." Dude, Ohio State fans talk the most crap out of any fan base out there. That's why I'm shocked by this, because they've been talking crap for years, and now Tennessee's talking crap to them, and they've just shut their mouths. You know what it looks like to me? Ohio State fans have lost hope, and they kind of expect to lose. Let me tell you something, Ohio State fans. Ain't nobody worried about you, little bro. You worry about beating Michigan, and then we'll talk.
Hey,
Any more things I could say? We'll end off the video here. Let me know your thoughts down below about that. What about that?
I thought you were video coming in.
Oh, I am.
Why?
Because I can.
Huh?
We're gonna have an issue.
You can't go off. You can't.
What do you mean I can't? Don't tell me what to do. What are you doing? Dude, get off. What the f are you doing? I asked you if there was a restricted area, and then you put your hands on me, you piece of shit. Are you the supervisor?
Yes, sir.
Can I talk to you somewhere else other than from where he is, please? So I need to go to number 3.
Give me 1 second.
I don't need 1 second. I don't have time for this. I need to go to number 3.
I'm busy too.
Dude, stay out there. Stay out there, dude. Stay out there. Stay out there. I'm talking to your supervisor.
What's up? We got a live wire here. He's videoing everything. Oh, sir, you were in my face.
Oh, whatever. You don't want to know what's in your face, dude. You don't want to know what's in your face. I'd like to file a report for a simple assault or whatever the statute is, okay? You've been advised. You've been briefed. Just act accordingly, and this will go as smoothly as possible.
Go for it.
But I'm not letting this go, man, because like I said, if I ever did that to any one of the staff here, I'd be arrested too.
No, I gotta grab your info.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
I'm good.
All right, I've got all his information. I'm gonna go document the report.
Before the doors open, I said you can't step off the elevator, so restricted floor. You can't tell me where to go.
Nobody has a right to put my hands on people, man. No, seriously. There's no but. I'll go over to the courthouse, give him my information, filing this complaint against the security officer, Sanchez, over at the City Hall Municipal Building here in Vineland, New Jersey.
I'm calling to let you know that the 33-4C charge, no probable cause was found. The 33-4B charge.
Where you gonna go?
I'm going with them.
Going out? You going with them?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're doing their investigation.
You don't need the physical report to make the complaint.
Okay,
you can make
they'll
a
find
complaint
it.
and then it'll be available later.
And they'll find
It's
it.
just I have to type it. It has to be approved. It has to just move through the channels of the department.
I get that. That's fine.
It'll-
But I'm not letting this go, man, because like I said, if I ever did that to any one of the staff here, I'd be arrested too. And they would not hesitate on filing charges. So you're gonna gather his information?
Yeah, I'm gonna find him right now.
Yeah.
Timmy, where's Pete?
Yep. I am. I'm not bothering them. I'm not bothering them.
Do you know where the court is?
I don't. I can find it though. I'm gonna be documenting this whole situation at this point.
Because they're going in there and walk out that office.
No, it's not. It's security.
Do you have that information?
There it is. Cool. No, I gotta grab your info.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where this guy. There he goes, right there.
Yeah, he's waiting until I get all the information. Pete, right?
Yeah.
What's your last name, Pete? Sanchez. What's your date of birth?
So let me tell you what happened. So the guy comes in, he's recording, right? That's how this guy's coming in recording, right? Just to get everybody ready. Right? So then there's a guy that has an appointment on the 6th floor. He's coming in.
Can you just give it so I can get his side of the story? I can't make him go.
I understand. So he's coming in.
Your video for this more information at the Veterans Memorial.
So he's trying to get on the elevator to get it to go up. He can't work it.
Right.
So I said, where would you like to go, sir? He goes, I can go anywhere I want. Don't talk to me. I never tried it.
Right.
I walk away from him. So then this guy that has an appointment on 6th floor, he comes in and he goes beelines right into the elevator with him. So I'm trying to tell him to step off to get away from this guy. He finally realized that the guy's recording. So this guy steps off because the elevator's not moving. He steps off, and then that other guy, he steps back on. I need to go upstairs. But when you hit 6, so you can go upstairs. This guy gets in an elevator. That other guy steps out because he realized he was being recorded.
Gotcha.
So it's already activated to go to the 6th floor. I can't. It's restricted floor.
Right.
6 restricted. So I'm going up. He's agitating me, trying to get me to go. Before the doors open, I said, you can't step off the elevator. It's a restricted floor. You can't tell me where to go.
Ooh, I think that's a lot.
Get off the elevator.
What is that a restricted access to what? What is that? I mean, is that restricting somewhere? Like, do you need a key card to go where? Is there like a restricted floor that I need to know about? What is that?
Starts to get off the elevator. So I assist him back onto the elevator. And I tell him, you can't get off this floor.
What are you doing? Dude, get off of me. What the are you doing?
You're not allowed up here.
Why is that?
Oh, you assaulted me. You can't touch me. I said, I asked you to get off the elevator.
Right.
It's a restricted floor.
Am I not allowed to go up?
No.
Why? Why is that?
These are the vector ones. Have you started working on these? Are they safe to use?
So he's just provoking it. And so I know he's trying to do. I've dealt with these people before, but there was no way in hell I was going to let this guy off the 6th floor.
No,
Can you
right.
imagine?
Right.
I won't have a job.
No, I get it. So, all right.
So, is it just the shaded ones?
His options.
You're talking about?
Report, because he's
No, I did
assaulted
that.
him. He's got it on video.
So what I would like to do is,
The other was Diaz called around. He got hired in.
the reason why is
Oh yeah. I mean, if they're not on,
to do what I have to do.
I don't
So
even
one
see it
thing
anymore.
leads to
No, I
Yes,
couldn't
they
see
have
it on the timesheet, so
his
I'm
actions
saying these
have
are
taken
all
command right now.
Yeah, as well.
What is that a restricted access to what?
Diaz was hired in.
There's
though. He's-
only. So
What is that? I mean, is that restricting somewhere? Like, do you need a key card to go where? Is there like a restricted floor that I need to know about?
And there's
What is
7
that?
hundred.
So you guys, if you want to sign complaint for disorderly intent, it wasn't in my presence. I can't do a disorderly charge for something I didn't see. Same way I can't do a simple assault.
That-
So
that
you guys
used to
have
be
the same right.
maintained.
I don't know what the protocol is for you
Right,
guys.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'm documenting.
You can see
the
that
whole
the dates
So,
coincide too when I.
you guys know what you can do. If you want to sign a complaint, I have all his information now. I have yours.
Sure.
Just to.
But Laura should already be done, and
Can't
Diaz.
bar him from here.
No.
Just to note that he was hired by the client.
He's going to be going on his way.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
But if you have any questions, definitely give us a call. So, all good? All right.
I'm good.
All right. I've got all his information. I'm going to go document the report.
I didn't see you write anything down.
I have his information. You didn't see me take down his.
No, it's fine.
So
I believe you.
I jot down his name. Same thing I took from you. I took from him.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm going to be doing the report. Just give it like a day or two
That's
to
fine.
process through the department. Just
Should I go over to the municipal court right now?
if you want to, since you're here, it's only just over there on Landis Avenue.
Okay.
So
Yep.
they'll explain to you.
Nobody has a right to put my hands on people, man. No, seriously. There's no but. There's no but. You should have told me.
It's
No.
over with now.
No,
What
you
happened
didn't.
happened.
No, you didn't. I asked you in the elevator, then you put your hands on me. If he said yes, it's restricted, I would have never stepped
You have it
foot.
on video, so you have what you need. And then, like I said, your options with the municipal court.
Yep.
And if you have any questions, feel free to give us.
That's fine. I'll go over there right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
All right. Have a good day.
Professional, all right? Sarge? Professional, man. I appreciate it. Okay? You
Thank
too.
you.
Be safe. Sorry you had to come out here.
No problem.
If he didn't do any of that, man, I would have been in and out in 20 minutes. That's how these things work. Seriously. It's crazy. I want to file that report right now with the courthouse. Unfortunately, I had to identify myself because of the situation, but that's the only way to get this done.
He's rightfully worried about his job anyway.
If you'd like to redress your government and petition for the security here, all the information is in the video and description. Right, everybody. So we're going to go in here. Hopefully they don't give me too much trouble with the recording and documenting my time in filing this complaint against the security officer, Sanchez, over at the City Hall Municipal Building here in Vineland, New Jersey, for the assault and harassment that he did unwanted physical contact on myself. We are over here at the Honorable Frank J. Testa Municipal Justice Building to file a complaint. Let's do it. How you doing? What department is this? I need to file a civil complaint. The police department just told me to come over here and file a simple assault on an individual that did not happen in their presence.
Okay, how many did you need?
It's just one complaint. I was only assaulted once, thank God.
Okay, just one person?
Yeah.
All right, so I need to see your ID, please.
I don't have my ID, but I can definitely give you all my information.
Okay, give me 1 second. I just have to talk to my
Yeah.
supervisor.
Yeah. There's a report number too, so the police department, they have all my information.
Okay.
So I'll put that report number on the complaint.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so I have the complaint number right here, so that'll verify all my.
So what you can do that into your narrative.
Okay.
All right, just fill this out for me.
Yeah, of course.
Make sure it's short and sweet, and it correlates with the statute and the description that you are putting down on paper. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. And do you have a pen?
Yes.
I think they're hiding right there. Thank you so much.
Yes, no
Appreciate
problem.
it. Do you have a conference room or something I can use?
Oh, you can use the stand right over here by the security guard.
You don't have a conference room for privacy?
No.
Really?
No, you can. Yeah, you can take it home and bring it back if you like.
All right, that's like 400 miles away.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's how we have it.
All right, thank you. So I put the police report number on the bottom, just so you can cross-reference for the report. Right there on the bottom. I didn't know where else to put it. Yeah, I live out of state. I live in New Hampshire. So how do I go about?
We would probably do virtual court.
Okay. Okay.
If the judge insists on something different, but initially it would be virtual.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. I appreciate that because I mean I will drive all the way out here.
We do try to accommodate when we can.
I appreciate that.
All right. So I just need you to put the description of the statute that you just placed here.
What do you mean description? That's harassment.
Right. So I need you to put that there.
You need to write harassment along with the.
I gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it's not simple
Indiana.
assault because simple assault is apparently bodily injury, and harassment is the same as unwanted contact, physical contact. So shoving, kicking, punching,
Right.
without injury. So it's under harassment. Imagine that.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want to make sure that it's the actual statute because I read through 2 or 3 of them. Yeah. So who does this go to? The prosecutor?
Here's the situation. You're going to turn this into us. We need to type it.
Yep.
You have the choice to wait here while we type it, but you're going to have to sign it.
Okay, I'll wait.
Either wait or we'll call you to come back to sign it today. Then it goes before the judge to see if the judge finds a probable cause.
I gotcha.
If the judge finds a probable cause, we move forward and notify you of the court date. If no probable cause is found, we mail you a letter that states no cause was found.
Yeah.
And therefore, you then have the option to refile a little differently if
Okay.
you choose to, or to let it drop. It's your choice at that point.
Okay, so right before it goes to the judge, that is obviously after all police reports, evidence, and everything comes forward.
That evidence comes into fact after the judge finds probable cause. Then the prosecutor. gets
How's he gonna find
involved
probable
and
cause
that's where
without the evidence?
Okay. Okay, so you don't wait for a police report from the police department?
We don't really need that. The prosecutor would need that if we were going forward if probable cause was found.
Okay,
Yeah, because we're not investigative, and that would be investigative.
interesting.
Just simply process the paperwork.
Yeah.
We're neutral, we have no choice and no opinion in the matter.
Okay, all right,
So your complaints are typed.
okay,
What I want you to do is I want you to read over all this very carefully.
That's fine.
Make sure everything is the way. Okay.
they both should be the same except for the statutes, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
That's,
And I'm here because it has to be signed in front of a judicial officer. So I am. So she typed them. If there is anything that's not correct on here, you can fix it right away.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
If you don't mind. If
Yeah.
there's any changes.
that's fine.
So I'm going to give you this first. I want you to look at this one and make sure everything is correct.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you have an address or anything?
He's security over at the city hall.
Okay. We need.
There's a police report number
Okay. Okay.
associated.
All right.
He obviously has to do his report, all the evidence.
Okay. So there is a police.
There's, I put the number on there.
Oh, you did. Okay. All right.
Is it on there? Okay, yeah, so whatever you guys have information you need to gather from the police report, you could do that on your end. I can't get it. I can't get his information.
No, you can't get his information. I just didn't know if they gave you a copy of the report or.
No, they didn't do any report. This is because it didn't happen in front of them, so I had to do a complaint here.
Understood.
But they're gonna get all the evidence,
Okay,
do an investigation.
Sure. Okay, so then what I want you to do before we sign anything, I want you to make sure, read that first page and make sure that everything there is accurate and correct.
2 complaints, 2 copies.
Copies? Yes.
Okay.
This is just a disclosure that we have to put on for the state that the complaint was accepted for filing. We did that, and that right now we're waiting for the probable cause determination.
Good enough. I'll wait for your phone call and email.
Okay, and we have all your accurate phone number.
Yep.
Correct?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much.
Have a good day. I appreciate your professionalism. I'm sorry to hold up the line, guys.
No worries.
Have a good day, okay?
You too.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Drive safely back.
Thank you. Have a good day.
This is DJ from Vineland Municipal Court. I was one of the people you were working with yesterday for your complaints. I'm calling to let you know that the 33-4C charge, no probable cause was found. The letter is in the mail to you as of today to state that. However, the 33-4B charge was found with probable cause. The prosecutor was able to supply us with an address to service the complaint to the defendant, and that will be happening today as well.
Sweet. You see he's following up on it. All right, let's see. Oh, San Joaquin. I haven't seen this in a while. Cop.
Cops come knocking at your door. What do? Welcome back to San Joaquin.
What's going on? Justin here?
This video comes to you by way of South Jersey News. I'll provide the links for you as always. Make sure you go subscribe, say hello.
Shouldn't open the door, first of all.
Warrant for the house, but got a warrant for him. Warrant for the house. The warrant is in the house. I'm asking you. So you're eating him? I'm family, so. Where's Justin at? I'll get one. That's fine. I'll get one. I mean, you can get one. Where's he at? I'm going to ask you to leave if that's all right. No, not really. Well, you're on my property, so that's not working with that. So he's here? I'm not sure.
Let me just say that if cops come knocking, unless
don't answer.
They have a warrant for the premises, I wouldn't answer the door. If you have a Ring camera, you can ask them what they want, and that's being courteous enough because you don't have to talk to them at all. Let's not forget that cops remind their own children not to talk to police.
I've done this a few
times. This guy.
Let him know that his charges are going to get worse because of this. Okay? Because he can either just do this the easy way, I'm in, fingerprint him and let him go, or he can do it the hard way. He can go through the whole process. It's just going to get worse and worse. Keep it cool, bro. All right. You see me? All right.
Don't answer the door.
The cop threatens more charges on the person he's looking for because they weren't home. What a vengeful person that cop is. I'm about to show you a clip of South Jersey News backing up Cristo at the city council meeting after the banning of the American flag sparked nationwide controversy that made the city apologize. Massive shout out to this dude for having Cristo's back. Check this out.
We gathered here today not just for the flag ban. Okay. We gathered here today not just for the flag ban. It's bigger than that. This is a direct attempt to silence one person, Cristo McCracken. For years, I've watched Cristo endure relentless bullying from the Edison Council and Edison Police. enough is enough. The flag ban is just the tip of the iceberg, a symptom of a larger calculated effort to suppress his opposition. Cutting the speaking time from 6 minutes to 4 minutes isn't about improving efficiency. It's about stopping Christo from exposing all the corruption in Edison. Why else would they target him? This is not only about Christo, but every citizen's right to free speech. When you suppress one's voice, you threaten us all. Edison Council has repeatedly violated our constitutional rights, expelling people from meetings, expressing their opinions that they don't like. This is undemocratic and an abuse of power. Let's be clear. This scandal is more than just about the flag. It's about attacking aspects of the First Amendment. The council has banned props to justify suppressing Christo's use of symbolic tools for his protests. But because they had to ban everything, they got caught up in their actions, which included the flag, a national symbolic unity of freedom. I demand the Attorney General investigate the Chief of Police and Council President Nish Patel for directing officers to enforce unconstitutional policies. And I demand charges against Christo be dropped immediately. These charges are political tools to silence him. This council has shown time and time again that there is no respect for the Constitution or the people it serves. I encourage you to go to Christo's channel, Jersey Watcher, to witness the corruption at these meetings and the disgraceful interactions with the Edison police. He has truly been treated like garbage by the authorities in this town. He has been kicked out of meetings, arrested, assaulted by Edison police, shown nothing but disrespect, and I'm tired of it. You really treat him differently, and it shows. We will be here every meeting until this clown show stops. When you visit his channel, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
It took Joe Bassel getting kicked out of the meeting, and Russ Azarello, Ted Cruz saying, Russ Azarello making the news, Ted Cruz saying it's a disgrace, and the new Board Czar John Holman saying this is un-American, to expose what this town truly is, the laughingstock of America. To the council members who voted for this ordinance, you are unfit for office, and I demand your resignation. I also demand the Bar Association investigate Mike Burns and Assembly President Craig Coughlin's law firm. Mayor Sam Joshi's alleged misconduct must also be investigated to ensure accountability at every level. The Edison Council has violated Christo's rights for years, and now they're trying to take away your rights too. You cannot put the blame on Christo for simply exercising his free speech. This is his right, and it's granted to all Americans by the First Amendment. Christo has been persecuted for speaking out, but his actions are a direct reflection of the freedoms we are supposed to enjoy in this country. This is not just about Christo, but it's about the fundamental rights that protect us from oppression. When you silence him, they attempt to silence us all. We stand here today, we make it clear, we will not be silenced, we will not be intimidated, we will continue to speak out against corruption and fight for the injustice and transparency this town deserves. We are the people.
God bless you. God bless you.
All right, folks, and here are my final thoughts. When the people come together, the government has to behave. We've seen it happen in Edison, New Jersey. When they believed Christo was alone, they attacked him with everything they had. They've arrested him on a bunch of false charges. They kicked him out of the city council meeting numerous times. They made him wear a mask, then they tried to make him take one off. This just goes to show you that the government will play with our liberties just to see if they can take them away. Christo stood his ground the entire time, sometimes losing battles along the way, but Christo is relentless in his pursuit. He never once folded. It was about time the nation stood up for Christo, and this man right here spoke some true words regarding Christo's situation. Please make sure you go show this man some support like he showed our friend. This is why this country is still great, because we can all set aside our differences to hold government accountable. Always record the police, folks. In the First Amendment, you have the freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition your government for redress of grievances. If you don't know your rights, you don't have any rights, folks, and cops sure as hell ain't gonna give them to you. With that being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Good luck making it home tonight. People like you, we get stomped out yet. What's the matter?
Still waiting for that day. Still waiting. Didn't happen yet.
Wait till you walk back to your car.
And when he tried to run to the safety of his car, they followed him there too, keeping on with the attack.
They were beating me up in my car. It was just 3 guys just pounding me. It was just 3 guys just pounding me.
I protect myself and snuff you.
I don't put hands on you, don't put hands on me.
I protect myself and snuff you.
You cannot film in here, sir.
With Sean?
He's doing it to get you likes on YouTube.
So everybody watching this video should hit the like button.
You're an asshole.
Hey, what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another installment of Throwback Thursday. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at my audit of the government building in Nassau County, New York, home of Police Commissioner Patrick Psycho Ryder. I was recently sent a news report exposing the man who threatened my life for taking pictures in public as a wannabe tough guy and coward. Stick around until the end for my thoughts. Let's get into it.
You cannot film in here, sir.
Excuse me?
Here, Bill. I don't know if you want to handle it, if you want me to do it.
Well, no one's going to handle me. Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh.
The commissioner's office, the police video and everything, and it was here. And we don't have right to stop.
I have every right to record.
Can you explain why you're doing that?
Sure, yeah. I'm an independent journalist. My name is Sean.
He's doing it to get you likes on YouTube.
I'm doing it to get likes on YouTube. So everybody watching this video should hit the like button. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we don't want
You're an asshole.
to confrontation.
I'm a what, ma'am?
Can you just take care of these people?
I'm an asshole? Is that a way a public servant speaks to a member of the public, ma'am?
I would never say anything like that.
That's why I record, so now I can expose you.
Get off, God.
Is that a way for a public servant to speak to a member of the public? Ma'am, you don't tell me where I can stand. Why would you treat me that way? I'm here asking questions about my government. No, you don't tell me where I can stand. I'm here asking questions about my government.
I'm going to call you back in a second.
Escalated the situation to where it didn't need to go. I'm here to ask questions about my government.
You can go to 107 there. What? To the left.
There's nothing wrong with coming and asking questions about your government.
Illegal.
There's nothing illegal about recording, ma'am. Nassau County Sheriff's Department office here. Hey, sir, how are you? How you doing? Nice to see you.
You too.
I just wanted to know what services do you offer to the public here? Is this like a general sheriff's office or?
We do civil enforcement. We go to evictions, warrants of arrest, whatever needs to be done.
Okay, so that's what I would handle here at this window.
Yes.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Appreciate you answering me and being respectful. And
anytime I watch you, you know.
You watch my videos?
Of course.
Thank you. I appreciate the support. You know, I'm just here for government transparency. If you watch my videos, you know I'm here for government transparency and accountability.
Why not?
And I appreciate you. Why not? Exactly. Why not? I really appreciate your support and you're answering the questions I needed.
Sure.
Thank you. I'll let you help.
Anytime. Sorry, what happened to you?
Yeah, the Department of Social Services. It was a bad situation, but hopefully we can get that rectified in the court.
Well,
all right, sir.
Good to see you.
I'll visit you again.
Stay strong.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Have a good
Appreciate
day.
it. Hello, ma'am. How are you? Ma'am, can you try and get somebody from the IT department to help me? Can you try and get somebody from the IT department to help me, ma'am? No? Can I get your name? I can't get your name? But you called me an asshole earlier, right, ma'am? You did. It's on camera. You did, ma'am. So you can call me an asshole and I can ask you for your name just to try and hold you a little bit accountable for being so disrespectful to a member of the public. I'm just asking for your name. I think it's probably within your policy, right?
Oh, when? Might be.
It might be. You just don't care. Yeah, right. Don't care about your policy. Only policies and laws when it comes to we the people, not you, right? Policies and laws don't apply to you as a public servant. Nope, you didn't get rid of me yet. Almost, I guess. Did we get rid of him yet? Hey, how are you doing, Sergeant?
How you doing, sir? What's going on today?
Oh, nothing. I'm just trying to peacefully. Hold on. I just want to get everybody in the video here. Nothing, Sergeant. I know you ordered my arrest last time, but I'm hoping that you do a little bit of thinking before you act this time and not arrest me just for engaging in trying to promote transparency and accountability within my government.
Did you just want to hang out and record?
Well, what I'm really trying to do is record, but I'm trying to also do this FOIL request.
Okay.
Did
you get that done already or no?
No, they won't speak to me. I need to contact the Nassau County Department of Information Technology.
Okay.
I have a FOIL request for them for some public records.
Were you able to get that information?
No, I wasn't. Their office is upstairs, and they let me in. And when they found out I was recording, they closed the door on me and they refused to help me.
You can speak to these officers in the meantime.
So I'm not detained or.
Not as of now. Give me a minute.
Okay, great. I just don't want you to make the same mistake you made last time, Sergeant, because you arrested me last time. Remember? Can I get your names and badge numbers, officers, please?
Sure. I'm Officer Morone, 295.
Thank you, Officer Morone.
Thurston, 4008.
Thank you, Officer Thurston. Appreciate it. Hey, Sarge, did you get a hold of somebody that can help me? We can go up together.
Recording. How's it going? You enjoy your day?
Today, yeah.
All right, good.
The day that you put me in a cell wasn't too enjoyable for me.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't think that's a fair assessment of what happened.
I was recording in a public space just like I am now, and you put me in a jail cell. There's really no difference. I was recording in public, and you threw me in a cell. I was asking questions of my government. It sounds like something straight out of like North Korea or something.
That's a discussion for a later date right now.
Throwing somebody, a journalist, into a cell because they're asking questions about the government, You didn't want to talk about it. I will give Sean credit. He's got balls. Wonder what was the blur there. So that's the woman we spoke to before who kicked us out of the office. Very rude.
One eternity later.
Hey, how's it going, sir?
Sergeant, you weren't recording inside?
I was recording partially, yeah.
Because these are complainants, right? They're not other members of law enforcement. I just had some business to conduct with the IT department, Sergeant. I have a FOIL request for them.
Yeah, I was advised that you could do the FOIL request for downstairs. They're going to get you a paper form to fill out.
I created my own form here.
Okay. Did you fill it out already or no?
Per Article 6, yeah. Per Article 6 of the New York Public Officers Law.
Let this guy go down. Wait for the next one, all right?
So I cite the law here, the department who's the custodian of the records, the records that I want, and my information.
Okay, great. So you did all the work already for that?
Yeah, just needed somebody to hand it to.
I'm sorry that you couldn't get that done before without us coming here, but we'll try to get that done.
It's unfortunate.
So we'll call her. She's going to explain how to complete that FOIL request, okay?
Sure.
Unless you want to hand in your own form, but if you want to do the paper one,
I just want to, maybe I'll see if there's anything on the form that I didn't put in here. And
okay, that's great. All right, so you're...
So you can be handing it to a woman named Erin. I will start you there. Unfortunately, in this one, you cannot record because we do have sensitive materials in there.
you have sensitive materials lying out in the public area?
Yes, sir.
In the public area for everybody to see?
That's not what I'm saying, sir.
That's what you just said. You said there's sensitive materials that are out in public.
That's not what I'm saying, sir.
So what are you saying?
You cannot film in there. We do have sensitive...
It's publicly accessible. I can film in there, just like I did before.
All right, it's advertised right there?
It is.
Where's my phone? All right, so I'm gonna have to say again, like, you can't record here. You could record out here, public area. You could see in there.
That is a public area. It's publicly accessible.
There's no recording, and you can't record there. And if you'd like to complete the FOIL request, you can bring it in there yourself.
Sure, I'll go do that.
You could do it out here. We could take it in for you, and that's what you want to get done, right?
Yeah, I want to do my FOIL request. I want to conduct business. That's a publicly accessible area, sir.
So we'll help you complete the FOIL request, okay?
Yeah, that's a publicly accessible area, sir.
Yeah. Request on behalf of our team to come out, take this request, and then I'll have her issue it to the proper person.
All right, great. All right.
Why can't I go handle my business like anybody else?
You can handle your business.
Okay.
I'm not preventing you from handling your business.
Keep turning off that body camera, Sergeant. So still just waiting here to get some service?
What was that?
Still just waiting here to get some service?
I told you you're able to get what you want to get done, right?
Yeah, I'm just documenting that
You don't want
process.
to get that done.
I'm trying to just document the
I
process.
don't know how else to help you. I don't know what you want from me. What can I do for you to make it easier?
Not violate my rights, pretend that transparency doesn't bother you, and allow me to peacefully exercise my rights while I'm conducting lawful business in this building. That's what I would appreciate.
Those are kind of like vague statements, though. What I'm asking you is how I can help you complete your business, which is
Uphold your oath. Uphold your oath to the United States Constitution. Allow me to gather content for a story. Allow me to exercise my rights.
So you want to make a story, right? Not get a photo post. That's what you're saying?
Well, that is the story, sir. You know, it's got, you know, logically, the story is, you know, filing the FOIA request and documenting that process to make sure that law enforcement like yourself and the two officers next to you uphold our constitutional rights. So that is all encompassing the story, sir.
What we're trying to do,
and you should know that now because you've seen these stories before. And last time the story,
I've tried to serve you as best I can with everything, and I've tried to help you with what you're asking for.
I have not been given any assistance today, and last time you tried to help me, I was put in a jail cell for over 6 hours. So, you know, your help is not something I really want. I just want to be able to conduct my business without being my property stolen from me, you know, being put in a cell, just normal things that any citizen journalist wouldn't want done to them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm recording. That's why.
He's a journalist.
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist. My name's Sean. That's why the law enforcement officers are here, because I'm asking questions of my government, and they don't like that. But no, everything's all right. I just didn't want you to get, you know, think that. Okay, cool. Just want, okay.
Thank you for briefing her. She's new. She don't know.
Yeah, I don't want her to.
No, my sister's a journalist.
Oh, she is? Nothing wrong with journalism, right? Nothing wrong with journalism. Just asking questions of the government. That's all.
Sure.
Nothing nefarious going on here.
Everybody has a right.
Yes, sir.
Have a good week.
Thank you, Officer Hubbard. Appreciate it. Yep. There you go. Thank you so much, ma'am. The majority of people do not have an issue with us exercising our constitutional rights. This public safety officer does. Unidentified officer who called me an asshole. But no one else does. Which is a good thing. Excuse me, sir? Who are you? I would never just go up to another random grown adult and say, what you're doing, you can't do it. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Nassau County police officers snuck out the back way through the stairs because they're no longer here. So let's see if we can get some assistance at the county clerk's office. Maureen O'Connell is the county clerk, legal division here.
Come back.
You're right there, sir? You okay? Your hand is shaking. Are you okay, sir?
Yeah.
That's your right to record me when we're in public.
Bro, I watch you guys on YouTube. You don't watch that notice. You're in a public building. You can film and all your bullshit.
Yeah, just like we're filming right now, right? Does that make you an auditor?
I can protect myself. I can protect myself and snuff you.
But you won't.
You think so?
I know so. You won't.
Tonight, a most disturbing crime on Long Island. A basketball coach beaten up, he believes, by the angry family of a player he had benched.
The attack on video, the coach surrounded by a group of men who punched and repeatedly kicked him.
People who talk about it don't normally act on it. They just like to talk and seem tough.
You know, people like you, we get stomped out yet.
What's the matter?
Still waiting for that day. Still waiting. Didn't happen yet.
Wait till you walk back to your car.
And when he tried to run to the safety of his car, they followed him there too, keeping on with the attack.
Tonight, he tells his story to
His mother, after about 5-6 minutes, and we're going down by 20 now, she's yelling at me, put him in the game, and then she starts cursing. So I tell her, you got to calm down.
Snuffy. People like you can get stomped out yet. Wait till you walk back to your car.
Then she starts cursing again, then she walks towards the court.
Zubikowski says a crowd surrounded him. Police are looking for this man in the white t-shirt who's clearly seen in the video. Zubikowski says he's the one who punched him first. Zubikowski fell to the ground.
Oh my God!
It was just 3 guys just pounding me.
I can protect myself. It's Snuffy.
It was just 3 guys just pounding me. It was just 3 guys just pounding me.
The cell video shows Zubikowski stumbling to get away.
They chased me out. I got to my car.
Wait till you walk back to your car.
I was in my car trying to close the door. They got me in my car. They were beating me up in my car.
I can protect myself. It's Snuffy.
Then they were trying to pull me out of my car by my feet.
Zubikowski says one of his players and a parent were able to close the car door so he could drive away. He called police and went to the hospital. He has a concussion and may need dental work to repair some injuries.
I don't put hands on you. Don't put hands on me. That's the way I see
Look
things.
like he's injured.
Wait till I walk back to my car. Is that a threat? That's a threat, huh?
Yeah.
Why can't you do it here? Why can't you do it here? Let me put down my folder. What do you hate, transparency in the government? Is that what this is about?
I'm gonna walk back.
Have a nice day. You take care.
Yo, good luck making it home tonight.
But you won't.
You think so?
I know so. You won't.
I don't put hands on you. Don't put hands on me. They're beating me up in my car. It was just 3 guys just pounding me. It was just 3 guys just pounding me.
People who talk about it don't normally act on it. They just like to talk and seem tough. Good luck making it home tonight. Interesting.
The list that I did, half of that stuff is on there. It's in the little packet. So that's the list of the packet.
Excuse me, ma'am.
If you're filming me, I'm not helping you, sir. Sorry.
If I'm filming, you're not helping me. I'm just looking for somebody who can receive a FOIL request. Is there anybody that can help me and take the FOIL request, please?
What are you here to do?
I'm here to submit a FOIL request, ma'am. I was told that the FOIL officer.
Are you taping me?
I'm recording. I'm documenting the process. Yeah, of submitting a FOIL request, ma'am. I'm an independent journalist.
Let me see what you have.
Sure. So I have this. This is for the custodian of records for this one is the information technology department.
Information technology department?
Yeah, I'm requesting the email addresses of all county employees and any emails that contain the words Jean Paul Reyes or Long Island Audit. So this would be for the IT department. I have all the proper information.
You won't file that here, the FOIL request here with that.
Where would I file it? I know, but they won't. I don't. Isn't there like a FOIL officer? I was told.
I'm a FOIL officer, but for that,
just because they're not opening the door. I already tried to hand it to them directly. They won't take it.
I don't know if they have FOIL.
Yeah, it should be all subject to public request. The public records, man. Yes, if you could do that, that would be great. Just because they're not.
You're gonna have to submit it online.
I just wanted to submit a paper copy here. I have all the information that's needed according to the FOIL Act.
So just fill this part out too.
And attach it with it?
Attach it with it.
Sure. So for the records, I just put see attached. If you could just put these two together, that'd be great. Would you receive for the Nassau County Department of Social Services?
No.
No? And the police department, I'd obviously go to the police department. Okay.
So 30 days, you'll receive a call. Within 30 days.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your help today. Copy for me, thank you. I appreciate it, ma'am. Thank you. Have a great day, okay? Was that so hard to just receive a paper? That woman, she did the right thing here today. Been here for 2 hours for a 2-minute process of submitting a FOIL request, excuse me. So We're going to be getting out of here now. Finally got somebody to help me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just needed to submit a FOIL request for public documents, and no one would help me because I was recording. But I just record for transparency purposes. You know, I'm a journalist, that's all. But thank you. Have a good day. Sorry.
I watch you all the time.
You watch me all the time?
Look at
I have no problem with you taking pictures. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. I appreciate your support. See, ladies and gentlemen, we do run into fellow patriots, free men and women. She just said she watches me all the time. All right, fellow patriots. So we all witnessed the typical tyrant behavior from Patrick, Psycho Writer's police department. That being said, well, I pegged exactly who Theo was right from the start. A wannabe tough guy. When I first saw the news report about him getting jumped. By the way, who gets their ass beat and goes on the news to talk about it? That's mind-blowing to me. I actually felt bad for Theo. I don't support people being jumped. Jumping people is ironically the kind of unhonorable behavior that Theo here would engage in. That being said, something tells me that Theo isn't as innocent as he makes himself out to be in the news report. He probably did the same thing he did to me, opened his big mouth and said something disrespectful or threatening to the boy's mom and or family. He just ran into the kind of people that were going to hold him accountable immediately for his actions. It's so ironic how he kept threatening me to wait till I get to my car when Theo is the one who ran to his car. Anyway, Theo, you need to stop threatening people, especially ones who are literally doing nothing to you. If you don't stop, as you know, you might run into people not as nice as I am. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.
Before we get too deep into this attack on KC Camera Boy, we want to remind you that we have quite the display for you here today, as this is not the only crazy attack. Make sure you check out Riverside County Accountability.
Oh. Dude.
Just wanted to see your face too.
You get close to me. Dude, you just broke my shit, bro.
Let's see your
You
face.
just broke my shit.
All right.
You just broke my shit. I'm a pepper spray, dude.
Not every attack gets a happy ending, as police hate our freedoms and they never punish those who attack our rights. But they sure arrested this moron in this case here. A rare sight to find coppers who uphold the rule of the law.
I'm gonna call the cops on you right now. Fucking bitch. You got his face?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I called. I had my A-Bat. A-Bat.
What's your YouTube website?
Yeah, I had a guy in there. He came out from that door. He broke my window and he twisted like.
Okay, let's
So I need him on.
No, we'll definitely go. You have your ID?
I can show you the video.
Yeah, you might record it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Let me pull up the footage. I got it.
This is my business address section. I can show you my press and my company name if you want to take a picture.
All right, how you doing? You're gonna want this.
What is this?
You're gonna want this.
I'm good with that. You can give that to my lawyer.
Well,
He's the president?
Your buddy's gonna go to jail right now.
What an individual did here.
Do you think I can get your information for a witness?
Yeah. Oh, there he is. That's him.
We'll talk to you right now, sir. We'll talk to you right now.
That's him. That's the guy.
Gray shirt, blue pants. So this is the owner right here. Jimmy Fisher.
He's done, bro.
What is he saying?
I don't know. He better not lie though, because we have it all on camera, dude. We didn't say not a damn word to him. He just comes out. He just comes up and grabs his stuff. Not anybody said anything to us besides that lady that asked, what we're doing. And Casey told them, we're out here practicing our First Amendment right. And that was it. We have it all on video, man. You better not lie.
Almost every First Amendment auditor, even the best ones, get attacked regularly for exercising our freedoms in a country where freedom should be the most sacred thing we fight for. The fact that there are so many people so stupid to our rights means the system has intentionally worked it this way. When everyone stops caring about freedom, there is no one left to fight for it.
Criminal.
He just became a criminal. You'll give me a car for that?
I hope you learn your lesson, man. Let's get everybody Veronica 30 South.
In this crazy attack, an auditor is taken to the ground by a gross and vicious homeless Karen who hates everything that comes with freedom, as is shown here in this video from across the pond, where they have rights similar to our own.
Crutchy. Oh my God, angry lefties.
Oh my God, I'm trying to teach and I got no hairline. Put a big old bald spot on my head.
Oh my God, it's the hippies. It's the hippies. Don't come too close, seriously. Hey, don't touch the camera. Hey, funny head, that's assault. You can't just snatch the camera off people.
Yeah, maybe I tried not being a massive racist. Mommy didn't love me as a child, and now I need attention from all my fans on YouTube.
You're the one that's just assaulted me and grabbed the camera.
We assaulted you. You assault people on a daily basis by being a racist.
Ooh, bit of slander. Ooh.
If you look at her homeless friend who has had obviously more sober days in her life, you will notice the anarchy sign stitched to the jacket. Think about that. The anti-government idiot is mad about someone exercising freedoms in spite of a government where they would prefer you have none. And this makes
like
her
the symbol. They
king
don't know what it
idiot.
means.
Police! Police! He's trying to film my bank details! Don't get everyone jump me!
I think that should be what you guys should get, is a real job. Oof. Oh no, don't come too close, seriously.
No, don't come too... I
No, seriously, get away from me, get away from me. Get away from me. Away from me. Seriously.
What the? Is anyone...
Jesus Christ!
Why are you getting beat up by girls, you little sport?
Watch what you're doing. Are you insane? Are you insane? I'll call the police on you. Stop it. You keep attacking me. Stop it. Stop it. You're a young lady. You don't need this.
And you're an old man that just kicked a young girl.
Please, you've already tried to steal the camera.
Put your hand up to me again.
All right, I'm going to have to put my camera away to defend myself.
Put your camera away.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You're digging yourself a hole here.
You dug yourself a hole. Stopping people from harming.
You're digging yourself a big hole.
Police. It's fine with me.
Please stop. Please stop.
Please stop. Please stop.
Please stop. Oh, come on now. Stop whipping me.
Come on now.
Do you want to come with me to go see the police? Shall we? Let's go see the police together. They're just around here.
Yo, stay outside of me, bro. Yo, I'm your witness, yeah. Yo, I'm your witness, so I'm your witness for that. You saw you, I can't go phone
She dragged me to the ground and tried to take the camera.
Get it, please. I'm actually embarrassed. Stay there, you know.
Oh, Tony.
Yo, how many wins today? The last day, Charlie. The last day, yeah.
Do you want to go see the police together? Do you want to go see the police together?
Ball test, girl. I can see your ball test. Get away. Stay there. Stay there for the police.
Okay, Crutchy. Okay, Crutchy.
You got to self-defense, yeah? The lady took you down there, so yeah. Yo, I'll be a witness. Yes. You got me, yeah.
So, you try and do a little peaceful YouTube video in Piccadilly Gardens.
It's what you do every day for months. You just go around spitting basic hate.
Anyway, I will be making a complaint of assault against you, just so you know. It's all on video, don't worry. It's all on video, don't worry.
It's so sad. You have to have this racist mindset. You spent months just going around Manchester bullying people. You think you're so cool, yeah? You've been in the video, what, 3 times now? Yeah, thank you. You're a prick. You're going around in Manchester, filming people, being racist, misogynistic, being violent, and it's all he does. Every fucking day. We've been in this video 3 times.
Can I please show you guys a video of this lady attacking me quite viciously? Thank you. This one only attacked me once I was on the floor. It's okay, it's on video, guys.
Just speak to my colleague, then I'll speak to her, okay? Speak to her for me. Thank you. Come on, Charlie.
Yeah.
What's happened?
I'm filming.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Charlie, you this and that, you racist, you Zionist, you dirty. So I turned the camera on them.
Yeah.
So why are you saying that? And then I recognized the one with the face tattoos. And I said, oh, it's the hippies.
Yeah.
And then the lady in the blue, she came, she tried to snatch the camera. She kept punching, kicking. And then I was pushing her back. And she's like, oh, you're hitting a woman. Yeah. And then she came for me hard. And then when I kind of pushed her back, she grabbed my leg and pulled me over.
Yeah.
No way. Oh, then tell me, folks. Don't say that. I'm not going
Crutchy. Hey guys. The good news is I've showed the police the video. I'll stop filming.
Are you filming for the kid? Tell me what, fuck off.
This is 10 minutes after it all ended. Crutchy is still very mad. Very mad.
That camera, please take me off. I don't want to be on your camera.
Excuse me?
If I'm on your camera, take me off. I don't want to be on your camera.
Oh, you're not on my camera.
Well, I better not be. If I do, I'll sue you.
Have a good one, sir. We don't need people. Hey, don't let them speak.
We do.
We don't.
Yeah, we do.
Guys, make sure to check out Mr. Ghost Haha on the YouTube. And let's head inside on this beautiful day to this thing the humans call a post office. A place where you send letters and sometimes illegal narcotics to other humans, and where you can be sure your cash is stolen by the employees there.
Get out of here. Hey. Get that shit out of my face.
You're gonna go to jail.
Well, you don't have a right to be in here, I don't think, right? So get out of here.
This kind and furry gentleman with the concave face is what you refer to as a freedom hater, also known as a traitor to the Constitution of the United States. You know, unity, the thing we praise and shout we have as a country, but in practice more like a bunch of hate-filled idiots crying over iPhones pointed in their direction. And for educational purposes, some people's faces might look concave due to factors like genetics, aging, and medical conditions.
Get out of here. What are you looking for? A confrontation?
Dude, leave me alone.
Is that what you want?
Leave me alone.
Get out of here, then. Everyone has already told you they don't want to be filmed.
I'm not here for you.
Well, I don't give. You don't have my permission to film me, so take your shit and leave. Fucking idiot.
He's serving people's keys.
Fuck you, dude. You're the one that came in here looking for probably a problem, right?
No, I didn't.
Right? So what are you doing?
You came up to me.
What are you doing then?
What are you doing?
Get the fucking cameras out
Take the
here.
mask off. Let the rest of the
I don't
people
have
see
to.
your face. Exactly. You're
I don't have to.
Don't yell at them. Let them process.
We should call that customs. Yeah.
Why is it the people who should be hiding their face end up being the ones complaining about others hiding their faces?
Very intelligent.
Yeah, what are you for?
What am I for?
It's a good
way to represent your company, by the way.
Thank you. It's not my company.
We'll send a video to your company where you work at.
You what?
We'll send it to your company because if you passager.
How'd you like me to kick you?
That's another threat.
You see that? Well,
That's
hey.
another threat.
Yeah. Never that. We don't know. We should call a cop. Yeah. No, I don't.
Tell me why you don't.
No, I don't.
Tell me why.
After you just threatened him, sir?
Why?
Criminal threat.
Really? For
Yeah.
what? For what? For you being in the United States Post Office?
Is
Filming
it illegal?
people? Yeah, it is. As a matter of
What
fact.
law is that?
I don't know.
Oh.
But they're allowed to film you.
Exactly.
Why are you filming me anyways?
That's all you have to
For
ask, sir.
what? You're
That's
just
all
trying-
you had to ask.
Okay, wait.
If you really want to know, I'm a public investigator. I investigate public areas.
Okay.
I'm not here to get threats or to get.
No, I know, but let people know that.
What all they have to do is ask, sir, just like you did.
Okay, well, it kind of pisses people off when you get a camera right in your face like you got right now.
We did.
You walked up to me,
You
sir.
didn't even, but you didn't even ask. You said,
But
excuse me,
I
I'm
don't
doing this. Is it okay to film you?
This is my job. I don't need to ask people to do my job, sir.
It's right there.
So you're a private investigator.
Public investigator.
Postal 7, it's right there. Allows us to do what we're doing. Go read it.
I'm a public investigator.
Okay. Do you have
Just-
an ID?
An ID?
Yeah.
Why would I give you my ID with all the identity
Same reason
cards?
why would I let you film me?
Sir, why would I give you my identification card?
Because why are you
Give me your
filming
ID.
Without it? I don't need to get
Well, you're free to walk
but
away.
You're filming me. I
You're
don't
free to
care.
walk away, sir. With all due respect, you're free to walk away. The post office has 100 cameras here.
What's cracking? Good.
We need your help.
The Feelings Enforcement Agency, also known as the local sheriff, has responded to some hurt feelings in the post office here today.
Right? I've gotten death threats. I've gotten threats of physical violence. People are harassing me. All because I'm standing there with the camera.
Yeah.
Him. I have it on video. He threatened physical violence against me.
Can I see the video if that's okay with you?
I'm willing to show you the video.
Okay,
It's this guy here, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to judge today.
Yeah. These guys are in here, dude, with masks on. Civil harassment, man. I mean,
That's not harassment, sir.
Right now?
yeah, dude.
Okay.
Everyone in there is scared for their freaking lives. These geniuses come.
We have not threatened anybody, sir.
Hold the plows. Did he just speak on behalf of 40 people being scared for their lives over 2 men with cameras? If they were scared for their lives, why are they all still in the post office conducting business? Sir Copper, arrest this idiot for making a false statement.
Go cry to mommy.
We're going to talk about it separately, right? We're going to figure it out, okay? So if you can over there, I just need to talk to both parties.
Yeah,
right?
it's
So you
fine.
said, as of right now, they're just reporting, right? Has anything else happened, or has it just been
No, they come in here and there's just masks on. We all feel unsafe, and they won't do anything about it.
Man, seriously, and with you crying the way you are, I may be assuming your gender wrong here, so I'm sorry for that, but seriously, scared over masks? What the fuck did you do during COVID when most of America was wearing
Tell
them?
them how all those customers cursed and yelled at me and you got in my face.
Okay.
Don't forget that.
All right,
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. So
He
real
comes
quick.
in here looking for a problem.
Okay.
No, you caused the problem.
So real quick, I just need to make sure. I completely understand, right?
Can I leave?
No, you're about to be arrested, sir.
So I just need to talk to all parties first before you can leave, right? So look, well, I'll talk to you, right? So we can kind of figure out what's going on. But main thing regarding cameras, unless the business wants them to leave, they are allowed to record right here. So that I understand. However, like unless an employee or manager or somebody
Trippy, dude.
from
It's like threatening nature, you know?
That camera's not threatening unless you're
Okay,
a girly
all
man.
right, I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking to him.
I'm not talking to you either.
regarding that portion, unless the business requests them to leave, they are allowed to leave. Okay. But again, all right. I still need to talk to them regarding this, right? You
That's
can just
fine.
wait for us. That's
Yeah, can you
fine.
talk to him too?
Okay,
He was on.
I'll talk to everybody if you want to stay around. If you want, you can wait over there. That works for me. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll talk to you again, sir. You said you have video footage, right? Is it okay if I see that right now?
Yeah, is anything going to happen though?
Well, I need to see that first, right? Regarding. So, what exactly did you see?
Get this guy out of my face. He's doing nothing.
You see the light? He's not in his face. Walk away.
I'm trying to. He's following me around the corner.
No, he's not. Walk away.
Arrest this guy, dude.
Dude, you're a sissy. You're a sissy. Walk away.
Look, see, as they sit here and keep doing it, as they did it.
You're free to walk away, sir.
So,
This is what I'm talking about. He's free to walk away. You're triggering.
look,
He's triggering.
I need to see
Sorry.
the video.
Sure.
We can do that real quick.
Sure.
All right, man. I'm sorry,
Yes, sir.
dude.
What are you sorry for?
Sorry for overreacting. I guess it's just scary when you come in here with masks and I don't know you. Today's a different world we live in. So
Sure. But I walk around a lot of places with a mask and not everyone reacts that way.
I know, but maybe.
No, it's cool. I'm going to accept your apology, but I want to say you walked way up to me and you bullied me, tried to kick me out of a public place.
I'm not trying to kick you out of no place. It's not my property. I get it.
Well, it's a different tune now. Whatever
I was just a little scared. Like, it was a little scary for me, and I was sitting there, and I was like, I don't know you from Adam, dude.
But I don't know you either. Imagine how scary it is, you walking up to me.
No big deal. So
all right,
I'll be the bigger person. I'll apologize.
Well, you're doing the right thing. You're not being the bigger person. Okay. I'm being the bigger person by saying I'll accept this over a assault charge. Okay. So we'll leave it at that. But there's a right way to talk to people, and what you did was not the right way.
If I would have asked you, would you have told me what you're doing? Like, I'm just curious. Like,
people ask me all the time.
No, I'm just curious. So, like,
you can ask me. People ask me all the time, and I tell them.
So what?
I'm a public investigator. I investigate public areas. I stand far away from people, mind my own business.
Awesome, man. I wish you luck.
I'll accept your apology.
Somebody doesn't want to be recorded. I apologize for I think the rules.
Sir, do you see all those cameras up there?
I don't give a damn, dude. Why are you serving my
cameras? Why are you serving me?
I have a right to privacy. Who the hell are you?
So she just took pictures.
Working all day. You got a job?
There's no privacy in public, man.
I guess everyone kind of a fool like you.
You can't be seen in dark sunglasses.
My mask off, bro.
Humpty and Dumpty.
He's wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, Humpty and Dumpty. I'm not trying to record nobody. I'm not trying to be on the cover. My name is Chris Burwell. How about that?
All right,
there you go, brother.
I ain't your brother, shithead.
All right, Chris. Calm down.
I am not your brother. You ain't seen me not calm, trying to believe me.
Calm down, Chris. Calm down.
Tell me to calm down. You don't
calm down.
Like
don't get in my space, Chris.
Okay. Oh, yeah. He's getting violent.
Don't get in my space, Chris.
D-I-C-K. That's you.
It's your freedom of speech, Chris. Enjoy it. A lot of people fought. Brave people fought. Died. Even if they didn't die, they got injuries. It's good. Yeah, we're on.
Well, Tim, in your mind, that's what you do, huh?
I see what you're doing. I'm not.
You're a sicko. You're the one thinking about it, not me.
I see a sicko.
Do something about it then. You want to do something or what?
You want to? Is that a
Well, it
challenge?
seems like you got your hand up like you're ready to do something. We're just minding our own business. Huh? You're the one that's getting in our business. Why don't you just stick to your own business, mind your own business? Calling people pedophiles? Come on, Chris, man. Wake up, man.
If the truth hurts, I have no idea.
Let us do our business, mind your own business. Come on, man.
You're pathetic.
Yeah, we're not all cool like you. We're not all fucking bootlickers. So you're a veteran that fought for our rights, but yet you don't want us to exercise our rights that you fought for. Normally, I would say thank you for fighting for our country, but I'm wondering what side you fought for. Probably fought for what? North Korea, Russia? Who did you fight for? Who did you fight for?
I'm a Marine, dude. You got no idea.
I appreciate that if you were on our side.
We don't need people like
We don't need people that exercise your First Amendments. So if you don't like someone's rights,
don't have a battle with an unarmed person, right?
On the road, guys. Says he's a veteran, which I appreciate, but he doesn't think we should have our First Amendment.
Some veterans may react negatively to people exercising their rights due to the lack of any real teaching about the oath they are taking. Sadly, the military does not offer training on the oath, only that it exists. This leads to differing interpretations of patriotism, generational or cultural differences, political polarization, or stress-related challenges, highlighting the need for dialogue and understanding to appreciate shared constitutional values.
Hey, sir, hear me out. Why don't we start fresh? Why don't we start fresh?
Away from it.
I just wanted to say thank you for your service.
Away from it. You're pissing me off, son.
Thank you for your service. I just want to say thank you for your service.
It is important that when you swear allegiance to something as complex as the oath to our Constitution, that you have a complete understanding of the thing of which you are swearing to uphold and defend, which includes the uncomfortable liberties we all have and share in the United States.
I come in peace, brother. I come in peace. Again, thank you for your service. So we got Chris over here trying to follow us.
Oh, you some ugly mother.
Reporting you to the.
Now, I want to speak, brother.
Oh, ugly. Okay, thank you.
Reporting
All
you.
right,
Reckless driving, man.
All right. Facebook Live.
Enjoy your ticket.
Flick and flag.
Enjoy your ticket.
Sorry, Madre. Look at you. What you about? 250?
Enjoy your ticket.
You just, I die. All day, I am a dick.
This man, who has traded on our Constitution rather than defended it here today, has created a dangerous situation over being filmed at the post office. He has become a threat to others on the road driving down the wrong side, and is stalking people standing up for freedom.
2 government employees at that, right? Huh? And then what did you reach into your pocket for? You want to reach into it again? What do you was my eyes for that dog? Supreme Court taught me discipline, and they taught me when you're look at that, don't look at that's what I mean. What I thought. Go ahead. Yeah. Hey, there we are. Ha ha! My boys. Come on, Sergeant Myers.
Chris, you're gonna get in trouble right now and make sure to pay.
You don't know who I am, dude.
Who are you? Well, you already said your name.
I don't know who I am.
You think, baby, because you're an ex-cop or ex-military, you can just do whatever you want?
I didn't walk in trying to film people.
It doesn't work that way, Chris. Definitely does not work that way. I mean, I'd be fine with you writing my ticket, but if he's going to get out scot-free, yes, I'll go to court.
Well, I mean, he's already asked for a minimum of a parking ticket. So he's not getting off scot-free because he's not leaving here without something.
He'll have a nice little memory of it.
Right. So he's not getting off scot-free.
What kind of parking ticket will it be in the fire lane?
It is.
Would it possibly be reckless driving as well, or no?
On a fire lane, on the wrong side of lane, and a lane of traffic, keep parked?
It's a red zone and facing the wrong direction of traffic. It's not a fire lane.
So two separate
tickets.
Gotcha.
And he's actually parked in for traffic flows.
Well, yeah. So it's
impeding traffic, maybe.
It's parked against traffic, right? Facing the wrong direction.
Parking in front of a construction zone that says no parking. I don't know if that's actually that's for them.
The
Gotcha.
It's 2 tickets. Parking in a red zone, and more than 18 inches from the curb. The right side of your car has to be within the gutter, which is 18 inches.
Maybe we could go with that.
Willing to apologize? Last chance.
If you want, I will go talk to him to see if he's willing.
If he's willing to ask him. And he has to be sincere, though. If he's really not sincere, there's no point, though.
I'll take. Would like to have a conversation with you.
Sure.
I will preface this with, there were several calls to Seaside PD. They took a long time to get here. This is a professional department.
They are. They're very great.
Can I speak?
You know what? I don't want. At this point, I just
hear him out, please.
You can speak to me, man.
We had a conversation.
The tone in his voice, I'm not happy. I'd like you to just cite him the ticket. Then I'm done. Can you cite him the ticket?
It's a video called Warriors Fight Song. Marine Corps birthday is 10 November. Every 10 November, Marines play that song. And it ends, shows us kicking ass and taking names like we've done since 1776. At the very end is a drill instructor, Latino guy. And he's sitting there and they're asking him, was it worth it? He says, yeah, I was a part of something bigger than myself.
You know what, Chris?
You have no.
I'm a veteran myself.
You're losers.
I'm a combat veteran.
You're a loser.
Myself,
Fuck
right?
you.
Recon.
Yeah, right. For Girl Scouts.
Recon.
See his attitude, guys. Now you know why we're doing what we're doing.
United States Marine Corps, shithead. Airborne. Iraq.
Just, it's not worth
Airborne Marine.
Right. Still work for the DOD.
The difference is, sir, he fought for our country. You didn't fight for our rights.
You're like J.D. Vance. You got the title, but you ain't.
Sure, I'll talk to you over here. Gentlemen, I'll be right back. I'm going to talk to him over here. Right? Give him the opportunity to give his side of the story as well.
The camera doesn't lie. Remember that more.
Represent your, uphold the oath.
Reported the crime to you, right?
Can I talk to you over here? With Anthony, correct?
I can't answer personal questions at this point.
Okay. But you're reporting a crime.
Well, if he's willing to apologize, that's up to him. Is he willing to apologize?
I did not. I haven't asked that question yet.
And before I report, and hear me out, just hypothetically, humor me for a second. Let's just say he was parked right over there where that sign is, like by the chain link fence.
Yes.
And I was standing right about over here. From that point to here, I mean, I don't know how fast his car exactly went. It might have seemed faster than it was, but he rammed it at full speed, probably going 40-something miles an hour, then slammed on his brakes, stopped right about over there because we were walking away. He was trying to follow us. And then when I tried to go this way, that's when he backed up right over here. So he's not only in the red, but to me, aiming your vehicle at someone and then accelerating at like 30, 40, 50 miles an hour, slamming on your brakes. If he would have accidentally slipped off the brake, he would have clipped the curb. He would have ran me over. I would have been gone.
Yeah.
And like I said, we were trying to
could have happened.
We were trying to de-escalate. We were walking away, but he's the one that insisted on following us and going around. We tried to de-escalate.
First Amendment auditing involves individuals recording in public spaces to test and ensure the respect of constitutional rights, particularly the right to film in public and ensure government accountability. often leading to interactions that test public officials' understanding and adherence to these rights. Sometimes this exercise also involves the public, where people exercise the rights to film on a public sidewalk, and this may or may not lead to contentious arguments with random people, as they might get caught in the middle of it. But is it necessarily anybody's fault? Should there be limits to the exercising of free speech in this country? Or should the exercise of our rights be one of the utmost important aspects of our free country? Many people forget that we are a constitutional republic rather than a democracy, and a constitutional republic needs constant testing of the Constitution itself. And if there was no further testing of the limits of our freedoms, then a government would draw new lines for its citizens, as history has shown over thousands of years. Some call First Amendment auditing provocative and unnecessary, akin to bullying for social media clicks. Yet, in a nation thriving on media, from early newspapers to today's digital age, information is consumed at lightning speed. If you create content, wouldn't you want it to be consumed quickly to keep pace with other sources? When accused of seeking clicks and likes, isn't that what every news platform in history has strived for? To capture attention and drive engagement. In a world saturated with media, capturing clicks and views is crucial for amplifying your message. Like every news outlet in history, gaining attention transforms your narrative from a whisper to a roar. Each click propels your message, widening its reach from a handful to thousands. This attention fuels engagement, spreads awareness, and solidifies your presence in an ever-evolving media landscape, making all the difference in reaching the masses. So when your haters blast you for how you share your video, or tell you that you are only out there exercising your rights for clicks and views, respond with, "Duh, would you release your work out there for the public while telling people you don't want them to see it?" The term bootlicker is a colloquial and often derogatory term used to describe someone who shows an excessive, sycophantic admiration or obedience towards authority figures, often to their own detriment or the detriment of their peers. It originates from the metaphor of someone who is willing to lick the boots of those in power, suggesting a subservient inclination to curry favor or gain approval at any cost. The term is frequently employed in political discourse to criticize those perceived as blindly loyal to government officials or institutions, particularly when such loyalty undermines democratic principles or social justice. In a society where democratic values are upheld as the cornerstone of governance, the role of citizens in exercising their rights is critical to the health and longevity of that democracy. However, the bootlicker phenomenon highlights the dangers present when people prioritize obedience to authority over critical evaluation and activism for their own rights and freedoms. In such contexts, individual rights become vulnerable to erosion, as the population may be conditioned to accept, rather than question, governmental overreach. This issue becomes particularly pressing in countries experiencing heightened political polarization, such as the United States. Here, Americans might gradually forget their rights and freedoms amidst distractions over incendiary political issues like immigration, taxes, or partisan loyalty. While citizens become engrossed in debates that pit them against each other, for example, the dichotomous discussions of immigration reform or the implications of tax legislation, they may overlook the more subtle encroachments on their freedoms bubbling beneath the surface. This division and distraction can facilitate governmental advantages. Historically, governments seeking to increase their control over citizens have used division as a tool to simplify and solidify governance. By focusing public attention on divisive issues, authorities can chip away at personal freedoms, each time only taking one more inch, or tightening the noose slightly wider, thereby avoiding any sudden upheaval. These fractional yet persistent reductions in personal freedoms might include increased surveillance, restrictive laws, or inflated bureaucratic regulations justified under the guise of order or safety. As these subtle encroachments accumulate, the adverse effects may not immediately manifest, making them even less noticeable to a distracted and divided populace. Over time, the aggregation of division and incremental loss of freedom can dissolve collective memory regarding rights and provoke a departure from the very principles foundational to democracy itself. Governments cloaked in democratic veneers thus might transform slowly into entities more recognizable from failures documented in history, where subversion of public will ensured systems of extensive control and minimal freedoms. To safeguard against such a metamorphic descent and reinvigorate democratic tenets, Citizens must remain actively engaged, informed, and united in the defense of their rights. Encouraging open dialogue and fostering genuine understanding across political divides can dispel the polarization that serves authoritarian interests. Red restoration in political culture provides the first and imperative step towards preserving hard-fought freedoms.
The Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution of the United States, serves as a bulwark against governmental intrusion into the lives and liberties of American citizens. Conceived in an era marked by intense debate about the scope of federal authority, these amendments reflect a foundational commitment to safeguarding individual freedoms. At its core, the Bill of Rights was envisioned as a means to explicitly restrict government powers and protect the inherent rights of the people, anchoring democracy in the principles of liberty and justice. The Bill of Rights emerged from a crucial period of intense debate, during which the framers of the Constitution sought to balance the necessity of a functioning national government with the imperative of protecting individual liberties. The initial Constitution, drafted in 1787, outlined the structural composition of the government, but was met with criticism for its lack of explicit protections for individual freedoms, leading to fervent discussions about potentially unchecked federal power. James Madison, often called the father of the Constitution, played a pivotal role in drafting and advocating for these amendments. He drew inspiration from earlier documents like the Magna Carta and the English Bill of Rights, which set precedents for constraining rulers through written laws safeguarding the rights of individuals. The amendments proposed by Madison sought to appease the anti-federalists, who feared federal overreach, by incorporating a Bill of Rights that would protect individual liberties against encroachment by the federal government. The preamble to the Bill of Rights sets the stage for its purpose: to prevent misconstruction or abuse of its powers, which firmly underscores the intent to limit governmental authority. Each amendment was crafted with the intention of not merely stating inherent rights, but also curbing potential government overstepping, from ensuring freedom of speech and religion to the right to assembly and a fair trial. The provisions of the Bill of Rights have been central to numerous legal battles, wherein individuals have fought back against perceived government overreach. A couple notable cases demonstrate how the judicial system acts as an arbiter in these tensions, reaffirming the protective scope of the Bill of Rights. Marbury v. Madison, 1803. Although not directly a challenge to the Bill of Rights, this landmark case established the principle of judicial review, empowering the Supreme Court to invalidate laws deemed unconstitutional. This forged a critical mechanism for checking government power. New York Times, Cabotage, United States, 1971. In this pivotal First Amendment case, the Supreme Court was tasked with weighing government claims of national security against a newspaper's right to publish classified materials, known as the Pentagon Papers. The court ruled in favor of the New York Times, reinforcing the press's role as a check on government abuses and highlighting the rigorous protection of freedom of expression under the Bill of Rights. Miranda v. Arizona, 1966. This case centered on the Fifth and Sixth Amendments' provisions regarding self-incrimination and the right to legal counsel. The court's decision led to the establishment of Miranda rights, mandating that individuals be informed of their rights prior to interrogation, a fundamental safeguard against illicit government practices during police procedures. The journey to the Bill of Rights began with the Declaration of Independence, where Thomas Jefferson famously articulated the notions of natural rights and government by consent. These ideals heavily influenced the formation of the Constitution and the subsequent call for a Bill of Rights. Jefferson's words emphasized that all men are endowed with inalienable rights, laying the groundwork for a governmental design that exists to serve and protect these rights, not to impede them. As the ratification of the Constitution unfolded, debates between Federalists and anti-Federalists reflected differing visions of governance. The Federalists supported a strong central government, while anti-Federalists insisted on a clear enumeration of individual rights to forestall potential tyranny. This clash ultimately led to the promise and creation of the Bill of Rights, ensuring the Constitution was inked not merely as an organizational chart for government, but a living document cascadely safeguarding citizens' freedoms. The Bill of Rights stands as a testament to the American founders' attempt to prescribe checks on governmental power, ensuring liberty and justice remained at the heart of the newborn republic. By constraining the reach of federal authority and embedding a culture of vigilance against potential abuses, the Bill of Rights continues to serve as a dynamic protector of the personal freedoms fundamental to American life. Each amendment reaffirms the promise of a government limited by the rule of law, entrusted to its citizens, while acknowledging history's lessons that freedom's preservation demands constant diligence. By examining pivotal legal battles and understanding the philosophical underpinnings of these foundational documents, it becomes clear that the Bill of Rights was not merely a historic necessity, but remains an ongoing guardian against the tides of overreach, holding strong the liberties upon which the nation was founded. Thank you for watching Impact News, and be sure.
County Jail in Indiana. I have been persecuted for the charge of stalking and harassment, both of which I did not commit. They say that I stalked and harassed employees of the city of Clinton, Indiana, by going into public buildings, asking questions, recording my interactions, and publishing those to YouTube along with public phone numbers. What I'm about to read to you is my statement that I made in the courtroom right before I was sentenced, and then I'm going to get into what I was sentenced to. This is my statement. This whole ordeal is a clear indicator of the state of government in this once great country. George Orwell would surely blush if he saw how accurate his predictions for the future were. The actions I was persecuted for are as follows: entering public buildings and places, asking questions of government employees and officials, making crude statements on occasion, recording my experiences, and occasionally posting these recordings to the internet with the phone numbers for the public offices I visited. I did all of the above with a cheery, non-threatening demeanor and never once communicated a threat to anybody. Let it be noted that the individuals I recorded in public had no reasonable expectation of privacy. This is according to Katz versus the United States, 389 U.S. at 351. Quote, "What a person knowingly exposes to the public is not subject to a Fourth Amendment protection." Unquote. Every time I uploaded a person's likeness to the internet, that person had knowingly exposed themselves to the public. Likewise, with any phone number I published previously exposed to the public by the very same people who initiated this ordeal. It is clear that under the precedent set by Katz, I violated nobody's privacy rights. The charges brought against me in this ordeal imply that I took actions that terrorized or otherwise threatened people. At no time did I issue a threat. At no time did I issue a directive to any other person to issue a threat. And at no time did I work with another individual to produce a threat against anybody else. Indeed, this point was conceded by all witnesses called against me and asked about it, the point that I never issued a threat. My peaceful actions have been exactly that, peaceful in nature. In stark contrast, the actions taken against me have been violent, aggressive, and have consisted of threat after threat, all of which have been carried out against me. These actions include apprehending me against my will on 4 separate occasions, holding me for ransom on 2 of those occasions, threats of further captivity if I did not urinate in front of people or stay away from public buildings, which I helped pay for. These threats materialized in me being captured against my will again. I referenced George Orwell earlier. It is at the fact that the government's coercive and violent acts are considered justice, yet my peaceful actions and use of words are considered a crime that he would surely blush. I have not provoked or reciprocated the government's employment of these threats or violent actions. I will not come in here and ask for mercy. I will not act as though my peaceful actions have warranted such a violent response. I sincerely hope that those operating in a public capacity here today do not operate under the delusion that the actions they have taken up to this point or the actions they will take hereafter were provoked or warranted by my peaceful actions. The responsibility for their actions does not fall at my feet. The responsibility will be, and always has been, their own. I expect to be treated as every other person who is perceived as an opponent of the government has been treated. I expect the government to do their worst. I will end this statement by expounding on its beginning. With regards to the state of the government in this country, the government has shown their willingness to employ violence and coercion against me for acting in a peaceful manner. The standard with which we judge people's actions does not differ simply by virtue of those people working for the government. This was proven by the trials in Nuremberg in the early 1950s. Judging the actions of the government actors in this ordeal, the actions of employing these violent measures against myself, a reasonable person can only conclude that those people operate without regards for ethics, morals, or an objective standard of justice. It is clear they believe not in the principle of all men being created equal. For if any other man, not in the employ of the government, acted as they have throughout this ordeal, that man would be viewed as he rightly should be, a thug, willing to employ any violent means to achieve his desired end. This is the current state of our government. A group of men willing to employ violent means against peaceful individuals to achieve whatever ends they desire. God bless you all. This concludes my statement. After I read that off, the prosecutor, Bruce Ackerman, made arguments as to why I should not be sentenced to a term of probation after being found guilty of these crimes. He indicated that he thought I didn't live in reality by acknowledging that I had been found guilty after a trial, which, of course, I acknowledge I've been found guilty after a trial. And that's why I mentioned George Orwell in my statement, but I'm sure he hasn't read that, or read George Orwell for that matter. But after that, my attorney made arguments as to why I shouldn't be sentenced to the max. As a matter of fact, she thought I should be sentenced to, if anything, the minimum, as we were going to appeal it. I ended up being sentenced to 548 days in the Indiana Department of Corrections, which is the prison system here in Indiana. That term began when I first was incarcerated, and I've got 79 days of credit time. Ultimately, if all goes well, I should be out in 6 months, because on a level 6 felony, you get 2 days credit for every 1 day served. So essentially, I'll do half of that time. In the meantime, we are still trying to get an appeal going, and I am trying to secure the services of a private appellate attorney, which in Indiana is very hard to come by. We're not a very big state or a very well-populated state, and therefore the amount of appeals that happen every year are quite slim compared to a state like Texas or a state like California. So it is a little bit more difficult for an attorney to make a profession of solely appellate matters, but I am trying to find one right now. With your help, I'll be able to secure them. The donation links for that fund will be in the description below. I believe we have a GoFundMe going on. I also have PayPal and Cash App for people who don't like GoFundMe. I know that after what they did to the Canadian truckers, there's a lot of people that don't like GoFundMe, and for good reason. But with that being said, everybody, I appreciate your support. I appreciate all the donations we got since the pre-sentencing update that we put out yesterday, or perhaps 2 days ago by the time this video gets out to you. But, yeah, you know, at court, we had the entire city of Clinton, the whole of the employees of the city of Clinton. They showed up to watch me get sentenced. And I don't know what they expected to see after I delivered my statement. They all wouldn't look at me in the eyes. But God bless them. I mean, I think they know not what they do. I just think that they've been brainwashed, and that it's really, really a sad thing what they're doing to me, even though I've not reciprocated in any way whatsoever. With that being said, I am saying goodbye to my family for the next 6 months or 6.5 months. That includes my immediate family as well as the family I have created for myself, me and Erica have created, and I believe that you have heard a short message from her, where you will. But with that being said, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for paying attention to this ordeal. It is an awful ordeal, and it shows exactly what the state of the government is in our country. It's evil, it's violent, it's coercive, it doesn't need provoked, or if it does get provoked, it could be provoked by the slightest of activity that is in no way harmful to anybody or anybody's property. So with that being said, I appreciate all your support. Thank you to Tyler for getting this edited. Thank you to my brother for helping me record this. And thank you to Erica for so strongly looking after my kids while I am gone.
Very hateful. You really do. Are you filming us right now?
Yeah. Beat it. Beat it. You can't film it here. I told you it's illegal.
In the old days, Bo and Luke Duke used to fight police corruption in Hazard, Kentucky.
Well, I guess we only got one choice. Go for it.
These days, a new hero has emerged. Meet Dallas,
You can support the police and still ask questions of the government.
who walked into the police station in Hazard, Kentucky. A free man, just a good old boy trying to hold the police accountable, and walked out in handcuffs.
I was going to do a record request and I wasn't here early enough. Just like basic stuff. Like a personnel file of each officer. I got a YouTube channel. I'm telling you, turn your camera off, please. Give you one more chance. And you're going to turn your camera off, please.
And although, like Boss Hogg, the Hazard police chief thought that he was untouchable, in fact, he wasn't.
Hazard city manager confirmed to LEX 18 the city commission voted unanimously last night to terminate Chief Williams. He says they want to go in another direction.
Once again, YouTube exposes a tyrant, and now he's gone. But why the success so far in this case, but not in many others? Let's go through it. This all happened on July 29th of this year when Dallas Campbell arrived at the Hazard Police Department to submit a Kentucky Open Records request. Now, Dallas Campbell has a YouTube channel called Appalachian News First. The About section of his channel says that his goals are to highlight first responders and fire departments, eliminate the divide between citizens and law enforcement, advocate for our constitutional rights, educate citizens and law enforcement officers of our rights, promote government reform and police accountability, and cover random news events in the community, and to encourage citizens to participate in their local government, also to learn as much as I can, and most importantly, to have fun and laugh more. So he identifies himself as a beginner journalist, beginner photographer, videographer, freedom-loving American, and Kentucky proud. So July 29th, he's going to make this open records request under Kentucky law. He walks into the public lobby of the police department, but the self-identified clerk who he encounters behind the glass immediately does not want to comply with his request.
I was going to do a record request and I wasn't here early enough the other day.
Record request?
Yeah.
Is it an accident?
It's like, I got like 5 of them.
Accident reports?
No. Just like basic stuff. Like a list of all employees and hire date and salary, and then like which.
Like a background check on them, or
Just like their person, media. I got a YouTube channel. Like a personnel file of each officer. Or just like, yeah. I mean, not their actual like complaints and stuff like that. Just their hire date, their name, salary.
Well, they can't release the salary.
Oh yeah, they will. That's absolutely public record.
I gotta go pick up a
Well, just take my request and send it to your clerk, and they'll deny it.
I am the clerk, honey. I'm trying to figure it out, but you can lose that attitude. You don't have to be rude.
Yeah,
I ain't got that too.
You sound very hateful. You really do.
Sorry you feel that way.
Well, I was gone yesterday.
Understanding what you're saying.
I know.
I can't give you information on the officers now. I can give you a list with their name on it and their badge number.
Yeah.
I can't give you like their pay and stuff like that.
Y'all got a form? You're the records clerk. She's the records clerk.
Yeah, but I don't do like it's like I do accident reports, honey. Like like if you get in a wreck and you need to come get that accident report taken before or CAD is mainly what I'm for.
Right.
Not like the payroll clerk and stuff like that. They're hiring someone else to do that. So I the one I'm looking for request form. I think I have it. This is a dispatch request form. It's not something else, is it? I don't think that girl is here before me. Before you did anything I filled out. I've got the information request forms and dispatch. If that would be.
They just put it in writing that you're requesting records and put down what you have. Yeah, that's all you got. You can fill it out on a blank sheet. The law says you can fill it out on a blank sheet of paper. Anything. You can fill it out on anything, a records request. I already got it if y'all want to give me a stamp copy. Huh?
Are you filming us right now?
Yeah.
During the interaction, the clerk and the chief, Chief Darren Williams, who's standing there watching the whole thing, they tell Dallas that it's illegal for him to be recording. Now, I have a copy of the lawsuit that was filed in September by Dallas's lawyer, and that takes the position that it was not illegal under Kentucky law to film as Dallas was doing. Indeed, Dallas was not charged with the allegedly illegal act of filming inside the lobby of that police station. And I know this hasn't happened yet, but after Dallas was arrested, according to the lawsuit, while Dallas was waiting to be taken to the jail after his arrest, the clerk took his phone and deleted the video from it without his permission as Chief Williams stood by. So had that been a crime, that was evidence of a crime that they then deleted. So did they destroy evidence? No, because it wasn't a crime. But they did attempt to destroy his property. Obviously, he saved it somehow.
Are you filming us right now?
Yeah.
That's illegal in the police station.
I don't think it is.
He's the chief of police, sir.
This is a secure government building. You can't film it. Please turn it off. I ain't gonna turn it off. Huh? Beat it. You can't film it. I told you it's illegal. What's the law?
We'll just print you off the list. I know it's a little hard.
Turn your camera off and leave. What law was that? I told you this is a secure government building. You cannot film here. I disagree. I don't care. Wrong. What if I don't leave? If you don't leave, I'll make you leave. Now, are you going to leave or not? Comments about the scatter. Why are you doing this? Because the media should have right to that information, so you should have right to come in and argue with the police chief about whether or not you can film you. I'm telling you, Attorney Cameron, please give you one more chance. And you're going to turn Cameron, please. Don't touch my camera. Because I can't. Unless I'm about to get sick of you. Just arrest me. I am. And I'm waiting on somebody to come down here and arrest me. Don't put my hands on. Let me tell you something. You don't come in here and tell me what to do. This is my police station. You work for the people, though. I work for the city of Hazard. I don't work for you. You don't come in here and tell me what to do. You don't come in here and tell me what I have to do and say. You understand that? I hear you. Just sit down. Sit down right here. All right. Absolutely ridiculous. You come in here and have yourself put in jail for no reason. But turn that back on. I'm telling you.
Despite the fact that he had actually committed no crime at all, after being arrested, Dallas was charged with menacing and disorderly conduct. Those charges were terminated in Dallas's favor when the Perry County attorney moved to dismiss those charges on November 4th, 2024. So the charges were all dismissed. Then a lawsuit was filed, and also Dallas published on his YouTube channel the video footage that you're seeing right now. This
anestheticians.
No, but the thing is, like, so many of them were like, and it depends on what you do, right? Like, like you could just work at a salon and do nothing. I knew a girl who was like, she bought a house way before anybody else. That she like took trips to Europe. I grew up in Connecticut, so she's pretty close to New York. She like did hair for Fashion Week. I mean, there are some things that like, if you want to hustle and you want to set your own hours and you want to like pursue opportunities, you could do it. But kind of to your point, you just don't get to clock out. You don't get to be like, it's 5 o'clock, I'm leaving.
Yeah, there is that, like, I think I mentioned one time on the show where it was like Jeremy giving off some strong waspy cougar vibes. 3 martini lunch. Yeah, well, they weren't martinis. I would have margaritas, to be fair.
I felt like you were being Don Draper for a second.
Yeah, I don't
in the middle
like
of the
gin.
workday is even more Midwestern.
Yeah, I don't like gin. I've tried, trust me,
Vodka.
Lord, I've tried to like gin. And same thing with like whiskey and bourbon. I just can't, I don't like it. And like, I've had the privilege of like having, you know, a $500 shot of whiskey or, you know, Louis the, whatever that shit is, like Louis the sort of expensive stuff, or Pappy Van Winkle. I've had it all, and like it all tastes like battery acid to me. I can't.
Look, you don't have to like every type of alcohol. I know that you say Wisconsin is the drinking state, but
failing my state. I'm failing.
I thought it was beer specific for Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't like beer either. I'm just strictly vodka guy. Like vodka.
Really? That's funny.
You've never heard of vodka martinis?
But I do
It's more
remember
common than gin.
that like there is like that college route thing where you really like retard your life.
Choose
You
last
know, by the time I got done with school,
yesterday.
now I did do my master's degree right away. But like by the time I got done with school, I was 25, $100,000 in debt, and a lot of the kids that I went to high school with were married with 2 kids already and had a house, and they just got jobs in like construction or in the trades. You know, it wasn't like they were, you know, they were doing just fine. You know,
Yeah.
I'd see somebody at like the farmer's market and they have like you know, the double stroller. I'm like, damn, player, I'm going to the bar tonight. I haven't had anything. You know, I've been, you know, my
Right.
life isn't, you know, my free time is, I didn't party in college. Like I had I worked full time, and or as much as they would let me. Walmart would only let me work 26.5 hours. But I worked, and then I repaired computers on the side, and I went to school. Like I didn't live in the dorms.
You're
I
busy.
didn't live. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
So when I finished college, then I started. So I was starting my, you know, my 20s at 26. So like, that's why I'm like 40, and people are like, you don't have kids yet. I'm like, I'm only finally now ready for kids.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you do life out of order. I know that like my brother was military right out of high school, and then I remember when he started college like after he was done with the Marines. He was like, I feel weird because people I went to high school with are like graduated and doing whatever. It's like, but you had like this whole career section, and sort of similar to you, like you had other things going on. I remember being in college and you know, for me, like there are a lot of things I loved about college because I'm a nerd. Like I loved some of the classes.
And with one girl's home.
I don't know that it's all it's chalked up to be. I don't know that it's the career readiness, like jumpstart, you know, up the ladder that it should be.
Hard sciences, like, sure, you know.
Well, and I'm like grateful I got to go. Like there are some people who want to go who can't, you know what I mean? So I don't like to like bash it too much. It's just you can't bank on it being like your stepping stone to the new whatever they used to think it was. But I remember being in college. And I went to a private college in Texas, and we were like senior year or whatever. I graduated early, and I remember still I was like friends with people my age, and one girl being like,
or college early?
College early, because it's you know college is expensive, so you got to get it done.
I did both. No big deal. No big deal.
Okay, whatever.
No big deal.
Well,
I was in college before I was 18. No big deal.
But that's true of people whose birthdays are like in September. You could enroll in college at 17.
I'm April. I really graduated.
Look, Jeremy's really smart.
Early.
Big flex. 20 years ago, he graduated high school early.
Oh, you had to say 20 years ago too.
Well, that would make you like what, 11? I don't know how old. You're 41. Anyway, I'm trying to finish my story.
Your story. Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead.
My thing was that there was this. I remember this girl being like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna enroll in a master's program here because I'm not ready to be an adult yet, and my parents will pay for it." And there's this moment where you're like,
"I did it."
Well, I think that there are like reasons to stay with what you're doing, but there are these moments where you're like, are you being raised to think that you are like not capable? I've heard this thing with some of my friends who have toddlers, like this parenting advice is popular right now is like, I think it's from Jordan Peterson too. You need to let them do things. Like if you're always intervening and being like, I'll do it for you, then you're robbing them of the confidence. And I wonder if this is like the result. We have a lot of people who aren't going to college because they're passionate or they want to like know about the subject or whatever. It's like a holding pattern where you don't have to be a grown up yet. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're right
is
about
that. Is that productive, especially when it comes with $80,000 worth of debt?
Well, no, I mean, that's a 4-year babysitting school. Like, I think people should take a year off between high school and college and figure their shit out. I've always had like kind of this older soul, growing up. So like, I knew I wanted to go into management computer systems. So like graduated early, took college classes when I was in high school, did the community college thing right away so I could get ahead, and start on time. And lo and behold, I was fucking terrible at it. I barely passed my classes with D's. I got kicked out of school. I got put on, I had to go in front of a council and beg for them to let me stay in school. And the only reason they let me stay in school is because I changed my major. I was like, I had this all figured out. I was a big computer guy back then. I went into MCS, which management computer systems. Whitewater is one of the best schools in the world for that. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, I'm actually terrible at this. And if I had just like tried it between 18 and 22, I would never have majored in it. You know what I mean? I would have been like, oh my God, I can't write Python code. I can't write code. I'm very, very, very bad. My brain, I'm great with Excel spreadsheets and data trends, but I'm very, very bad. I can't code. I literally couldn't.
Coding is hard. I mean, it's not
either
like
good at it or not. You either have a mind for it or you don't. It's just like graphic design.
Right. It's like graphic design and a foreign language in combination, right?
Yeah.
Like it is difficult. I think, well, I used to think a lot about, I went to school with a lot of girls who wanted to be nurses, like in high school. And I kept I always wonder, like, why can't you do some kind of nurse training right now? Like some of them were volunteer.
They do it in high school nowadays.
Some high schools do, but it really depends. I mean, and I grew up in a rural area, so my high school is really small. There were all kinds of things that like we just couldn't have because there aren't enough people.
No budget either,
yeah. Like, we would like constantly lose like extracurriculars and language classes because it was just like a shrinking population.
Yeah.
But there are all kinds of ways you could integrate vocational opportunities or at least sort of like tryouts for things because I think sometimes like you're success oriented, so you probably knew you liked computers and this was like a high paying career path and like you could work and grind at it, but like at a certain point, like if it's just not a good fit, then your life's not over. You just have to adjust. But when you've already invested a certain amount of time and money into that,
it cost me a year. It cost me a year of college. and it cost me scholarship money, and it cost me another year of living expenses when, like, you know, I don't have it. I was very lucky that I was I recognized my failure, and I knew why I was no good at it. I was also going through one of many breakups with my wife at the time. So that was like also leading to some bad habits where I wasn't going, like, because it's easy to not go to class when you have to drive an hour. You know what I mean? Like, when you live on campus, people will not go, but I had to travel to go to school, so I would not go. And then on top of that, it was really hard. It was the first time in my life I ever felt stupid. Like, school came very easy to me. My mom will probably text me about this, but like, they wanted to skip me a grade when I was in, I think, elementary school, but because I had a twin sister, I've made peace with it now. I'm not mad about it. I understand why they did what they did, but they didn't skip me because, like, it would have screwed up everything, because then I would have been in a grade ahead of my sister. And that's, but like, I kind of always, things always came easy to me. Like, even all the way through college, I never even bought a book. Like, I just, all the way to my master's degree. But then, like, once early in my first 2 years of college, then I got into the developing, and I was like, oh, I'm stupid. Like, shit. Oh, here's alcohol. But like,
that
it was,
experience is probably good for people though, right? Like,
it was humbling.
Malvante's already on there.
You know, it was humbling. Yeah. And I think a lot of people, like, if I would have even just tried coding before I went to school, I would have probably picked marketing, and I probably still would have went to Whitewater. I would have graduated a year earlier with less debt. And, you know, because, like, basically when I was in school, I was going more into debt every week, because it was like I could only work 26 hours a week. My wife worked 26 hours a week. Thankfully, she had been working at Walgreens for, like, since she was 16. So she was making like $15 an hour. So and I was making $7.35 or something like that at Walmart. So, like, she was carrying us all the way through college. I would make extra money, like, fixing computers and stuff for people. But, like, you know, another year of, you know, being basically $500 to $700 behind every month stacked up. My parents bailed me out a couple times, or I'd just drive to the house in the middle of the night and be like, all my credit cards are maxed. Or I'd be like, I need $5,000. I need it right now. My parents both worked in factories. That's not a small amount of money to be like, you know. And I'd be like, oh yeah, and by the way, hi. And then, like, they bailed me out.
They're like, you never come over just for fun. You only come over when you're in a fiscal crisis.
Well, they pretty much knew if I showed up. I imagine, you know, I show up at a Friday at like 7 o'clock at night. They knew I drove 2 hours to get there. And I would, you know, I'd be like, so they were probably like, all right, you know, how bad?
They have the
bad
checkbook act.
Yeah,
they're like turning to each other, like, how much do you think it is this time?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard, especially in your scenario, like you're talking about, like, you know, it's college is like this very unique experience, and I think right now we don't. It's not a system that works. I know I said this to you before the show,
it
but
makes profit. For what it's designed to do, it does great.
Well, for the people who benefit it, sure, but like for all the people who are told this is the only route, it's this core part of our society that isn't working. Like, I think I sent this to you before the show. Joe Biden's gonna. He said he's gonna forgive like another
50 million, I think.
50 million.
Yeah.
In student loan debt, and the thing is, like, this is while the government continues to offer federally subsidized student loans. So we know there's a problem enough where we have to bail tons of people out, even though I don't think Joe Biden has the authority to do this. In fact, he's been challenged in court. Meanwhile, those people are the next generation is still able to take out these loans. High schools, colleges, whatever else, like, they use the college matriculation rate to say, like, look, we're a good school, which means that it's this false narrative, because they're not saying, like, I would rather see a high school that's like 5 years from now, here's the starting salary of our graduates. You know,
that would be more interesting.
Wouldn't that be more interesting?
Yeah.
Because there was
how many of them
article,
are employed in the field that they got their degree in?
Right. Or employed at all. I mean, that's one of the other realities, that there are long time people who get out of college just like aren't employed, and that often drives them back to school, creating this race for credentialism while they go further and further into both student loan debt and credit card debt. It's the worst thing that we're doing to our young people. And in your case, like, I think probably having this, I know you guys said you like broke up, whatever, but I was like, you married her now, having this other person who's like starting off on the same page that you're building a life with, like, so many people don't have that. They take out the loans by themselves, or their parents pay for it, and they're just kind of adrift. Whereas like you guys kind of had to mutually depend on each other to get through it. And I wonder how much that shaped your perspective versus, you know, someone who's like, oh, my student loans won't kick in for 4 years, so I'll just like see what happens.
Oh yeah. That definitely shaped that. I don't know if I told you this, and it was probably like this. I don't know, you're younger than me, but when I was but not by much. When I was in high school, we'll get to the shutdown right after this anecdote. Like every guidance counselor, again, I've prefaced this before, no disrespect to guidance counselors, just disrespecting my guidance counselors, okay? They would say, well, you got to go to Madison. That was our the big state school in Wisconsin, still is. Got to go to Madison. Why? Well, it turns out both of them went to Madison. Mm-hmm. And like, it was like, wait a minute, you went to Madison, you're making $33,000 a year. Like, back when I was going to...
What did Madison do for you?
Right. Now I know that. But when you're 16 and your guidance counselor's like, all you have to do is go to Madison, and the Brinks truck just backs up to your house. So, of course, everybody applies to get in there. I didn't get in. I had good grades. I had a 4.0 when I was a senior, but I was also a white male.
Wisconsin's a big and it's a big state. Like, you know.
Yeah, they have a lot of out of state people that apply there. Mm-hmm. You know, I was dating the principal's daughter at the time too, and it didn't even help. But
maybe that's why you didn't go. Did she go to Madison?
She did go to Madison, yeah.
I wonder if he was like, don't take this guy, they got to break up.
No, I think her dad loved me. Her dad loved me. Yeah. I was like a little Eddie Haskell guy. Like, you can like, even my wife's dad now will tell you that's what they used to call me. So like, parents always loved me. But
Jeremy, today I was really smart. I could have skipped ahead except for my stupid twin sister.
My freaking sister.
Parents loved me.
Yeah. They made the right decision now. At the time when I first found out, I was like, this sucks. But then I did know a kid that skipped a grade, and he was like kind of a social outcast. Because you're like 14, everyone else is 16. You know, like,
I think you can really only
how does
skip
this
ahead
guy have an assignment on him with no
or you're in like really small schools, like pod schools, where like people are mostly
like a K-12 school or something. Yeah. So, but I just remember they were like, you gotta go to Madison. I'm like, okay, so I apply anyway. I don't go, but to your point, it starts there, where like they weren't telling people to go to trade school. They weren't telling people to go to nursing school. They were telling everybody, if you don't get into Madison, then we'll just kill yourself. You know, like you got to get to Madison. And that really created a lot. Like my sister, she's like a super high up, fancy schmancy nurse administrator now. If they would have, but they're like, no, you got to go to school. You got to go to a 4-year school. So she started down that path, hated it, didn't do well.